Welcome to What in the Duck podcast. I'm your host, Oliver Peck. What in the Duck podcast is proud to be sponsored by Yellow Rose Canyon, your premier event space and campground nestled in the piney woods of East Texas. With cabins and RV sites available, Yellow Rose Canyon is perfect for your next event, no matter the size. A wedding, reunion, festival, you name it. Check it all out at yellowrosecanyon.com. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of What in the Duck podcast. I'm in the booth. I'm your host. My name is Oliver Peck, and it's good to be back. Thank you so much for chiming in. Today in the booth, we're going to have my good buddy Lance Orso in here. Used to be the manager of Dallas Harley Davidson, so we're going to chit-chat about motorcycles a little bit. Also, his new business adventure, more than just a venture, it's an adventure, and we're here to learn all about it, is the Peptide game. You know about peptides? Because I did not know much, and I'm learning rapidly. Very interesting. A lot of ins and outs. Maybe more ins and outs. I don't know. But the peptide game is serious. Everything's affected by these peptides, and you can life-changing shit has happened. Life-changing shit is going on with the modern medical technology. It's not just computer AI technology. We've also got this modern medical technology that is changing the face of the way people live their lives. And stay healthy and stay fit and regenerate and regrow and just, it's a lot of things. Pretty cool. If you don't know anything about it, this might be the episode for you. So stay tuned to listen to what me and Lance Orso bullshit about. Got a couple questions from the Gmail, as always. If you want to ask me anything at all, just email the questions over to whatintheduckpodcast@gmail.com. And if we enter your show on the air, you will be receiving some cool free shit from the What in the Duck team in our appreciation for you being a part of what we got going on here. First question from James B. This podcast is super rad. Recently got into both tattooing and bikes and found this podcast soon after. My question is, if you couldn't refuse, this is a hypothetical question going on here, because there's one thing I can do is refuse. But if you could not refuse, how much would you charge for a fine line, biomechanical, watercolor tattoo, and the client insists you listen to Pearl Jam and Garth Brooks the entire time? In parentheses, suicide is not an option. Well, one side note here. If you have to listen to Pearl Jam and Garth Brooks the entire time, means both of them are playing simultaneously, that would drastically help the situation. Because if you just had to listen to one Pearl Jam song, that would be terrible. And then a Garth Brooks song, that would also be terrible. But at least if they were both playing simultaneously, it would be chaotic white noise, and it would probably help a small amount. Cancel each other out, as they will. Two negatives might create a positive. We should do a test on this. Because I think if you listen to, if you took two of your favorite bands and played them both simultaneously, that'd be two positives. I think they would cancel each other out, and it would be upsetting. It would be like, man, I wish I could just hear Steely Dan. Oh, I wish I could just hear Huey Lewis. But instead I'm hearing both, and it's hurting. And that would be negative, because two positives would cancel each other out. But if you were listening to two things you hated at the same time, you wouldn't be able to hate them as much, because it would be it would be chaotic, and you'd almost maybe find some solace in the chaos. That I don't just hear Garth Brooks and I don't just hear Pearl Jam. So I'm going to, for the sake of the argument here, that we're trying to torture me, I'm going to say you have to listen to a Pearl Jam song and then a Garth Brooks song and then a Pearl Jam song, which would be torturous. It would be terrible. Next question I have in retort to this is, can I complain incessantly the whole time? Because without complaining, I don't think I can make it. But with some complaining, I could probably eke through. Because obviously complaining is one of the things I do enjoy the most. Talking shit and complaining and bringing up things or whatever I do. I kind of do find a little bit of, a little bit of enjoyment in some of that. But man, here's another caveat to add to this is if someone did get this tattoo from me, it would not be good. And I would charge an exorbitant. I would probably have to at least charge more than I normally charge, correct? So I'd charge a lot of money, undetermined hypothetical amount of money for someone to get a subpar biomechanical fine line watercolor tattoo that they're probably in the end, they're not going to be happy with the result because the tattoo's going to suck. And then the only thing they're going to have in return is that for the hour and 28 minutes that it took me to do this tattoo, that I was tortured drastically. So if it's worth it for someone just to torture me, then I say let's give it an experiment. We'll go live. We'll record the whole thing. Anything for a challenge, right? The other problem with this scenario is at Elm Street Tattoo, Pearl Jam has been banned. So we would have to somehow, if it's even possible, to lift the ban on Pearl Jam, to let it be played in the shop. This would be probably a heavier undertaking than the rest of the procedure here. Because once something is banned, I don't think there's any coming back. I don't know. That's another way to look at it. Suicide is not an option. Don't worry. I'm not suicidal. Okay. Now, on a real note, he says, what's a decent cruiser I could get for around $5,000? I already checked out Dream Machines, but there are so many options. That's right, our sponsor, Dream Machines. They have so many options. You heard it right here. Actual customer testimony. He's checked out Dream Machines, and if you don't know what you're looking for, it can be very confusing because they have so many bikes to choose from. So, good thing about that is they have knowledgeable staff and great people to work with. And you can go in there. If you can go in there in person and talk to one of the guys, talk to Brock or Dusty or somebody and really ask questions about all the bikes. They can tell you everything you need to know about every kind of motorcycle there is on the planet, and any kind of motorcycle you want, they can get it. I mean, I've actually said, hey, I'm looking for this specific bike. And then, they're like, hey, we found one. We can get it for you. And I'm like, sweet. But as far as price range goes, if you're looking to get a bike on a budget, you can get a bike for any budget. Just looking at what year model, what mileage you get. And you say a cruiser. First thing right off the bat, I'm going to recommend one or two options. You either want bags and a windshield or you don't want bags and a windshield. If you want bags to be able to put shit in and you want a windshield to keep you from the wind, then you get an electric glide or a street glide. Boom. Easy cheesy. You can get a good deal on a used street glide. No problems. If you don't care about saddlebags and a windshield, Dyna Lowrider. Dyna Lowrider is the most comfortable cruising ass motorcycle. They don't make a Dyna Lowrider brand new anymore like they used to. They have new comparable Softail bikes that are very similar, but then you're getting into the money. You get a used Dyna Lowrider from 2000, somewhere between 2000 and 2010. Get a really good deal on one. And it's a great, you can find them with 10, 20, 30, 40,000 miles on them for a pretty good price. And you can put a lot more miles on that motorcycle. The one thing about used Harley Davidsons that I'll say is that most people don't put 100,000+ miles on their motorcycle. Most people ride around on the weekends, and they take some years to even get 10,000 miles on them, and there's still a lot of bike left. And you get a 10 or 15-year-old motorcycle, it's still got a lot of bike left in it. You can get it for a good price, and you can still ride it for years and then still sell it. So Dream Machines is the place to go, man. That's what I say. And on the note of getting a sweet motorcycle, we are about to give away a sweet Dyna Super Glide. And you can check that out on my Instagram and on Dream Machines Instagram. You can buy tickets right now, and all the money's going to a great charity, Motorcycle Missions. And you can get a ticket for $15. And we're giving the bike away. The date that we're giving away is May 9th at the Southern Throwdown. So you got time. Get online, buy a ticket, $15, or 3 tickets for $50, or like a shitload of tickets for $100, like 10 tickets for $100. Pretty good deal. Win a motorcycle, donate to charity, and you're looking to spend $5,000? You can spend $15. So, James B., I'm counting on you to buy some tickets and donate to charity and win that motorcycle. All right. Was that the first question I answered? All right, let's do. I got time for. I went along. I got one more question here. Got a little short question here. Gavin Pierce, love your show. Thanks, Gavin. How do you feel about clients bringing a small fan so they don't sweat all over your table? Not for passing out, LOL. Something with the LOL on there, it lends me to believe that Gavin has passed out in previous tattoos. But a lot of people do sweat when they get tattooed. And, I get hot. I get hot when I'm getting tattooed. So I'm pretty well known for every tattoo that I get. If it's more than just a little 1-minute tat, I got to take my pants off. Because you just get hot, and you get uncomfortable, and you get sweaty. And I just can't sit there, so... was getting tattooed by my buddy Jeff Whitehead one time on my arm, and I was just getting hot and had to take I was going to take my pants off, and I got up he's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh man, I'm getting hot, I got to take my pants off." He's like, No, you're not taking your pants off to get a tattoo on your arm." And I said, "I got to take my pants off, bud." And he did not like that idea of me sitting there in my chonies while he was just tatting my arm. And so I tried to muscle it out, and then a couple minutes later, he went to dip for ink. I jumped up, pulled my pants off, plopped back down in my underwear, and and he did not like it. But I couldn't handle it. I had to take my pants off, dude. Sometimes you just got to take your fucking pants off. And the other thing Jeff Whitehead didn't like is when we shared a hotel room together, and I kept sneaking under the cover to tickle his feet. He didn't like that. He did not like that one bit. So shout out to Jeff Whitehead, man. He's got some ticklish feet, bud. Let me tell you. I was like, "Let me get a hold of them puppies," and he did not like that at all. Shout out to Jeff Whitehead. If you're out there and you do show up to go get a tattoo from Jeff Whitehead, I highly recommend taking your pants off in the process. It makes the tattoo much more bearable, and it makes it go a lot quicker too. It cools you down, get a little breeze going under there, So that's my I try to give at least a little bit of advice every day. That's my advice for today. No, and so yes, Gavin, I have no problem with you bringing a fan. I also have no problem with you taking your pants off. It gets hot out there, man. So if you have any more questions for me, anybody, you email them over to whatintheduckpodcast@gmail.com. Everybody, please remember to like, share, subscribe, do all the things. And if you want to become a member of the podcast and get even more free shit, you can become a member of the What in the Duck team, and we will greatly appreciate it. And but mostly just share, spread the word about the What in the Duck, and we appreciate you guys. And stay tuned for Lance. Learn about some fucking peptides. All right, we'll see you soon, guys. What in the Duck podcast is proud to be sponsored by Dream Machines of Texas. All of your used motorcycle wants and needs all in one place at dreammachinesoftexas.com. They have multiple locations, large inventory, and get new bikes in every week. Knowledgeable staff with great service, financing, and extended warranty options available. They also have a complete service garage, so every bike is gone through and brought up to speed before you hit the road. I've bought more than a few bikes from Dream Machines over the years, and I could not be more satisfied. I have also had friends from all over the country buy bikes because they couldn't find a better deal anywhere. You can buy a bike and have it shipped to you anywhere in the U.S. Why buy a brand new bike with that brand new high price when you can get a like-new bike with that dream deal you've been looking for? Go to dreammachinesoftexas.com and get a bike and get your ass on the road. Welcome to another episode of What in the Duck podcast. I'm your host, Oliver Peck, and today I'm in the booth with my good buddy Lance Orso.
Yeah.
I pronounced that right?
That's right.
To you, bingo.
100%.
Lance, main thing we're going to talk about today is new endeavors.
New endeavors.
Because you got new shit coming down the pipe. Lance was worked with Dallas Harley, manager of Dallas Harley for a long time. I've known him for years. We both love motorcycles. We both have a bunch of shitty tattoos.
Yes. Yes. That's it.
Man. So the newest thing you got going on is something that I'm very interested in, and I'm, I want to learn more about what the fuck is up with all these peptides.
Peptides are it.
Who knows about peptides out there? Anybody know about peptides?
Dude, everybody's starting to learn about peptides. Peptides have been around forever, though.
I know. I mean, I've heard about it, a couple of years ago when I broke my collarbone. My buddy was like, dude, you need to take this, this BP 157, I think is what it's called.
BPC 157.
Yeah. And it, just helps you heal quicker and all this stuff. But I did get stem cell treatment a few years ago.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, but that's awesome. Stem cells are sick.
Dude,
Where'd you get them?
I got them in my wrist, my elbows, and my knees.
Where'd you go get them, though?
At QC Kinetics.
Okay.
Here in Dallas.
Okay.
They pull them out of your own hip bone.
Yep.
And distribute them out to where your body needs healing and whatever. And man, I don't know how much you remember. I used to limp.
Yeah.
And
I do know that.
Skateboarding injuries, and I used to have a hard time kickstarting motorcycles, and now I'm fucking cool in the gang.
Dude, if you're still rocking them too, like if you could stayed on the peptides, like game changer, inflammation wise, everything, because essentially your body's already creating BPC like in your gut biome. So when you're taking more and you're ramping it up, it's stuff your body's naturally making. It's just giving you more of it. So, dude, your healing is next level, and it's the inflammation that it brings down that kind of changes everything. And it's funny, like, my wife plays tennis pretty heavy, and she had a partial Achilles tear. They put her in a boot. We spent stupid money on PRP where they pull the blood, spin it, and put it back in, and it wasn't doing anything. Like, we were having these major issues.
That, helps, a day.
Dude, it didn't even help her a day. I think it made it worse. Like, she was like, holy shit, this is not working. And I'm like, let's use peptides. And she was kind of like on the fence, like, oh, I know you do peptides, but I don't really want to do peptides. And I'm like, let's go straight to the store.
It's a funny word, peptide.
Peptides. I said, let me inject them right in your Achilles. And she's like, fuck you. That ain't happening. Like, we're not doing it. I'm like, no, let me try it. Let me see.
I'd be like, let's do it.
Dude, so she would like lay down on the bed. I would pinch the skin around her Achilles, and I would just get right next to it. And I mean, it's a small insulin needle, so it's just right there by it. And dude, after like a week, she was back playing tennis 4 days a week.
Crazy.
And it wasn't that it was like, oh, the pain's not there. It toned it down enough for her to play.
Yeah.
But it was a recovery.
The ability comes back.
Yeah. And the recovery was stupid. Like, she was recovering so fast. And then, another testament to that, I did, what was it? It was like Elm Fest 2 years ago when I showed up the neck brace.
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
I'd blown my neck apart. I'd blown a C6, C7. And I was on a crazy peptide stack running into that. BPC TB500. It's called a Wolverine stack. I was running that every single day going in, and had the surgery. I was out of the neck brace in 5 days. Great. Like, I had that surgery on Tuesday. We did Elm Fest Saturday. I took the neck brace off Sunday. Like, wasn't rocking the neck brace. Go back in, and the surgeons we use are at Carroll Clinic. So they're like the Dallas Cowboys guys, Dallas Stars, best orthos on the planet. So we go in there. He does the x-ray. He comes back in the room, and he, like, shuts the door. And he's like, what are you doing? I said, what do you mean? He goes, I've never seen anyone heal that fast. He goes, this is nuts. I said, well, I'm on peptides. He's like, what are you on? I tell him. He's like, makes sense. He goes, dude, he goes, I wish. Because it's banned in the NFL. Those guys can't use it. The UFC banned it. I think hockey can use peptides, but like a lot of the big sports organizations are like, no, we don't want these guys on them, which blows my mind. It's like you want your, especially pro athletes to recover fast.
They're all getting stem cell treatments.
Yeah, I mean, they're letting them do certain things, but why not peptides? So I don't know the whole story behind that. But the thing about, you know what the first peptide ever was?
No, I don't. I don't know shit.
Insulin.
That's why you're here, bud.
Insulin. Insulin was the first peptide ever.
Oh.
Yeah.
So basically, with insulin, that's something that your body normally does.
100%.
And then some people have a deficiency where their body doesn't do it. 100%. And you're just using, basically it's a natural thing, but it's a somehow manufactured or produced or preserved or taken or used or repurposed or whatever to give someone what they're supposed to have their normal function back.
100%. And it just ramps it up. I mean, your body's naturally producing all this stuff. It's just,
but as you age, here's what I understand. What I understand is when the older you get, with stem cells and all kinds of enzymes and nutrients and everything that your body uses to produce all your normal processes, your body loses the ability to transfer stuff from one part of the body to the other. You lose the ability to move stem cells throughout your body because your bones metastasized and you can't get them out of your bone marrow anymore. You lose the ability for your organ function goes down because as cells die, function slow. And so this is just basically rebooting.
It is.
Body's normal processes of when you're young and growing. And basically, like they say, like, as soon as you're born, you start dying.
Yeah, exactly.
And so it's just this long, slow, like people say, oh man, now I'm getting old. But you've been, that decrease started
the day
a long time ago.
Yeah, the day you were born.
But the older you get, the more you feel it.
100%. And there's so many peptides out there now for so many different things. And it was like the BPC TB craze kind of kicked off. It's funny. It's probably when Joe Rogan really started talking about it. People were like, what is this? What is this? And more people started researching it and kind of diving in. But there's literally a peptide for everything.
Well, let's
PT 141.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like a boner peptide. Like it's like literally that's what it is. It can like ramp up the stuff down there to keep it working, get it going. Like CJC, ipamorelin, CJC, it kind of helps build up muscle structure. So people, with heart conditions or anything like that, I mean, it's just a big muscle pumping, it helps you restructure that, regrow, rehelp with that. Yeah, exactly.
Well, what is the big difference between, people think about stuff like this and they just instantly think that it's like steroids or they think it's drugs or they think it's unnatural or they think it's, the adverse effects, and people start saying, but, it's like you try to explain to somebody, when I explain to somebody what stem cells is, it's like, it's just stuff that's in your body already. My knees are deteriorated.
Yep.
And when I was young, I could have healed it, but now that I'm old, I'm just taking the stem cells and putting them there so that they will regenerate. What's the big difference, and what classifies something as a peptide, and what's the difference between that and like a artificial steroid or something?
Well, I mean, peptides are just stuff your body naturally produced anyways. Yeah, it's being reproduced, but it's stuff that's already in your body that's not synthetic.
Yeah.
A steroid's synthetic. It's made to attack and grow and build and all this. Yeah, this is doing the same thing, but it's stuff your body already has in it. It's just ramping it up to help recovery, to help growth.
Well, something like HGH, is that considered... Where does that fall along the line?
I think that's kind of a fine line in between there. But I mean, there's still peptides that'll do the same thing. And like, if you look, like, especially with us, like on the peptide side, we have 250 different peptides for different things. And it's so funny. Like I work with some doctors, and doctors will order stuff and they'll order something random that isn't commonly ordered. Like you see people ordering the GLPs all the time to lose weight. But there's different GLPs that do different things that aren't just losing weight, that can help, keep muscle structure on, because you see all these chicks with their Ozempic bodies.
Yeah.
They're semaglutide bodies where they just lose all the weight and everything just starts falling with it.
Yeah.
There's other GLPs.
It looks like they just let the air out of these people, dude.
Oh, that's it.
Just like a flat tire.
Dude, I've seen some...
I don't see how people, like, you see someone else that is on Ozempic and lost a bunch of weight, and how you're like, ooh, I want to do that too.
Yeah.
You do not look good.
No. It's like, I don't know. I like my women with a little thickness on them. I want something there, I mean, you can look at my wife. I like the little thickness. I don't want that. And some of these chicks do that, and it's like, oh my, like you see a good looking woman that just like, they want to lose 15 pounds, and it's like, oh God, like, don't do that. Don't do that.
So the reason we're talking about these peptides is because you have gone into business. You're into the peptide business now.
So what's funny is I've been in it for a while now, and it was kind of like just a back idea. It was doing its thing. It was going great. It's still going great.
How did this come about?
So my best friend, Steve,
what up, Steve?
Yeah, Steve's got a cool business, and I was kind of helping him with it, kind of getting it, helping with the doctors, helping with the wholesale side of it. And it took me a couple hours a day, to do the work. So I'd do it in the morning before Harley, do it at night after Harley. And then he comes to me with this idea about pouches, nicotine pouches and nootropic pouches and all kinds of different pouches. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. Then he showed me the projection of that industry and what the pouch industry is doing. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, dude, this is...
People are going crazy with the pouches.
Oh, it's getting gnarly. And U.S. manufacturing is almost non-existent. And he saw a window, and he's like, we need to go attack it. So we started talking about that last year, and I'm watching it, and I'm helping him with some of the pouch stuff, and it's starting to grow. And it was literally like, what's the future look like? And, I'd been at Harley for 13 years, at Dallas Harley specifically, been in the industry 20 plus years. And I was like, dude, there's something here. There's something big, and it is about to pop. Like it's right there on the verge, and he saw it, and it was like, cool, we can jump out and dedicate full time to the pouch industry and do the peptide thing still and kind of go attack it, or we could see what Harley's going to do and keep working that rodeo around. And I had to make the decision, you know, and it was hard. That's one of the hardest decisions of my life, because I love Harley, and it's not just a dealership, it's the brand. I mean, Harley Davidson has been part of my life since I was born. My dad rode Harleys, my grandfather rode Harleys. Like, it was everything to us. And I made the decision, and I think it was the best decision ever. And right now we're still like in the startup phase, so it's full blown chaos right now. And anybody that starts up a business knows it's like, cool, we can get this rolling. I'll have more time. I'll do this. That is not the case at all. We've been 7 days a week. We've had several 24-hour days. Shit, I did a 30-hour day a few weeks ago, just, staying on top of it. But the end result looks a lot better right now. That's why I was like, man, I'm going to go do this. And it has just been crazy.
And what's the name of the company?
AmeriPouch.
AmeriPouch.
AmeriPouch. We are American as fuck. And that was the goal behind it, because everyone is going to fucking China or to Europe to have their pouches made. And it's like, dude, we need to do it here. And, with the tariffs kicking in on China, that's definitely helping. The tariffs kind of all over, because we source most of our stuff here in the U.S. We're at the point of everything is going to be U.S. made in our pouches.
So the peptide business is something different?
It's a different business. So,
but it's the same people, and you're just it's like a different branch or whatever.
It was a different thing, and dude, it is. But we're talking about peptides and pouches now.
Yeah,
because it goes straight into the buccal gland. You're not taking anything that could be broken down by gut biome, any of that stuff. Like, you're going straight to buccal. We've tested it and played with.
I don't even know what that means.
Well, anything
straight
that goes
to buccal.
Right up in the mouth. Right up in the mouth. So straight to brain.
Straight to buccal, dude.
Straight to buccal. There's something there. That's funny. But yeah, it's right to the brain. So, and it's crazy. We get to test out and build all these pouches for a lot of really cool people. And dude, it's been insane. Some of the emails and text we get from people, like, people pop up and I'm just like, oh, I know who that is. Like, we're working on a project right now. It's under NDA, so I probably can't say, but he's probably the most famous skateboarder on the planet. He's got a product we're working on right now.
I mean, sounds like Tony Hawk.
No, it's not Tony Hawk.
Well, then you missed the mark.
Oh, my God.
He's the most famous skateboarder.
Okay,
in the
we'll
world.
say.
He's not my favorite
Okay,
skateboarder.
we'll say the most famous street skater in the world. We'll go with street skater.
All right.
Yeah, and he was at the top of the food chain his whole life. One of those dudes that just crushed it in X Games, won everything, and he kind of slipped away for a bit, or just kind of, I think, went underground. Kind of stayed to himself, got his family in line, got himself in line, and he's had like a rebirth lately, and just absolutely crushing it.
There's been a lot of skateboarders that among other sportists, but there's like skateboarders that have just beaten their body to shit.
Yeah.
And have gone the route of stem cells or peptides and are back in the game. Danny Way, the story I've heard is that he was like hobbling.
Bro, I watched the documentary on him. It was just like, how is he moving?
Now he's back.
Yeah.
He's fucking stem cells, dude.
Yeah.
He's reborn.
Well, this dude's doing a healthier alternative to nicotine, which is really sick because he uses nicotine in his daily life, and there's a product that's actually, it's like an analog nicotine, and he's putting it in it, and it's just considered a healthier alternative to nicotine, and he kind of wants to put that out there. And this project's sick. We've been working on it since June of last year, and it's finally come to fruition. And we've been running the product all this week, so it's been really cool to see it actually come full circle. But even away from that, like on the nutraceutical side completely, we have brands that, are focused on brain fog, energy, focus, everything, like super dialed in. Actually, I got you a present. This is a brand we're working with.
Is this toothpicks?
These are toothpicks. We are doing pouches for these guys.
New tonic.
Yeah. We can talk about them.
Nootropics, dude.
Yeah, and if you look at them, they've got a bunch of cool stuff in them. Cognizant. I think there's a little caffeine in it, some focus. The flavors are sick on them. This one's peachy.
You can have the peach. I'll have the orange.
Yeah. This is that one? Did you have orange? Yeah, this is peach.
This is orange. It says orange.
But we're literally sitting in a meeting with these guys the other day. We're talking, and I don't know how toothpicks got brought up. He's like, oh, we got something new dropping. And I was like, cool. He brings these in. Harry from Newtonic, shout out. I told him I'd give him a shout out. But yeah, so get you a little focus, a little mental clarity. Yeah, they haven't even dropped these yet. Like, this isn't a market. Nobody has these. Pretty sweet, huh?
So it's crazy to think that there can be something in this toothpick that's gonna, like, what is it? Straight to what?
Straight to buccal.
Straight to buccal, dude.
Yeah, right there, just straight to buccal.
Wild.
Yeah, so they've the project we're working on with them's real cool. So got some cool stuff coming out in the pouch world with these guys. But he was like, yeah, dude, try these. And he brings up this whole pack of toothpicks. I'm like, oh my God, I got a guy.
Yeah.
And I was telling him, I was like, no, he literally lives with a toothpick in his mouth. I was like, he probably falls asleep every day. I was like, I don't know if he sets it on the nightstand or not.
I can't sleep without it. If it falls out, I wake up. I've got to put it back in.
Oh my God.
I take it out.
We feel for Audra. She wakes up with a toothpick stabbing her in the back.
She's been stabbed a few times. There's a great story about when we first got together, but I think I've told that story before.
Oh my God.
Yeah, people, I can't live without it.
Yeah. Well, now you got a little flavor too, and a little focus, and a little bump up.
Yeah. Be riding my motorcycle, and a toothpick will fall out if the wind or something, and I'll have to, like, get a new toothpick. And usually I can, like, reach in my pocket and get another one. One time me and Audra were riding, and my toothpick flew out. I sneeze or yawn or something, and it goes. And I'm, like, trying to get a toothpick, but the way my pants are buckled and the shit's in my pocket, and I'm, now I'm, like, swerving everywhere, and I can't get it. And she's, like, pulls up next to me, and she pretty much figured what was going on.
Yeah. She knew your panic mode.
And then I'm just like, then I had this moment where I was like, all right, I'm just going to chill, and I'll make it to the next exit. And then, like, 30 seconds later, I just pull over on the side of the highway. Like, I'm like, And then I'm like, man, I cannot make it to the next exit, dude.
Yeah.
It might be 2 miles.
That's what I was going to say. It's 2 miles in front of you. You're
Pulling
like, I can't
over,
do
dude.
it. I can't do it.
Yeah. I'm just like, it's weird.
It's funny, too, like, looking at this stuff and all this. Like, you know, I was very fortunate with Troll being in Fort Worth. Like, I got to hang around a bunch of really cool tattoo shops as a kid, staying in, you know, the first tattoo shop I ever went in, and got anything done. I got my tongue pierced when I was 14. My grandmother took me in and signed the paper on it, but it was with Carl at Liberty Electric when he had that spot back in the day.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I was a little kid and went there, did that, and then started hanging around all the Fort Worth tattoo crew. And you know what's funny? One of the first like dudes besides Carl in the Fort Worth tattoo industry that I was hanging out with was Nick Huff.
Oh, hell yeah.
Back when Nick was tattooing still. I've known Nick since I was literally 14.
Well, just as a side note, I want to give a note to any parents out there. If there's one thing that your 14-year-old child does not need, it's a tongue piercing.
Oh, God. It was horrible. I wanted it so bad. Yeah, my grandmother had pierced my ears when I was like 10, and then I was already stretching them, and then it was like, oh, my tongue pierced, and she's like, okay. Like,
Yeah.
She never listened to what my parents said to do. My grandmother's like, let's go have fun. Let's go do this. I'll go with you. Come on.
Yeah.
So we did that. But, in those shops, and it's now like being older and really paying attention, like tattoo artists aren't healthy.
For the most part, no.
No.
There is a huge, I don't know if I want to call it a revival, but they're not even a rival, but there's a huge movement right now and a lot of tattooers that are promoting healthy lifestyles.
Yeah. There's a lot of sober ones now.
Because tattooing, just your standard tattooer who tattoos all day, every day, sitting down, being stagnant, hunching over, killing yourself, just snacking between tattoos and waiting till 2 a.m. when you're done tattooing to go eat shitty food. The only thing that's available in the middle of the night, Metro Diner or whatever, you know what I mean? And you just, next thing you know, 10 years gone by and you're just you're destroyed.
You see them ruined by 40.
Yeah.
Like literally.
And so now there's like all these tattooers that are promoting like good chairs to sit in and stretches between tattoos and eating well and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And it's like you see a lot of these like tattooers that are all like fit gym guys now.
Yeah.
Which was not the case in the 90s, dude.
Yeah.
Every tattooer was just some like shitty little fucking punk rock kid or some old fat biker. That was like the options you had.
That was cool though.
Yeah.
That was really cool. But it's
at 35, I was like, fuck, I'm dying.
Yeah. Yeah. Being leant over all day like that, that's where some good peptides would come in. But I watched.
Man, I'm tingly right now on my tongue.
Yeah, it's nice. It's good. You're getting boosted right now. You're just going to be geeking here in a second.
Dude, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, we'll have to get you more of these. We need to reach out to Newtonic, tell them to send you a pack.
Well, I got packs.
Well, we need them to send you. Well, you'll go through those quick.
So the thing is, here, another side note, how long till all the stuff is used up out of this?
I don't know. I don't know that fact yet.
Yeah.
I was just more excited we have toothpicks.
I love that.
But we're doing a pouch with these guys, too, that has a lot of the same stuff in it. But, like, on that, dude, I think focus pouches, longevity pouches, or even, a little bit of caffeine, stuff like that, clean, natural caffeine. We're running, like, green tea extract or coffee bean extract in a pouch. Like,
there's a lot of people pushing the positive effects of caffeine and nicotine right now.
100%.
And, nicotine's got a bad rap because it's been in cigarettes.
Well, the tobacco side.
But the problem, most people don't understand that the biggest problem with cigarettes, smoke is not good for your lungs a little bit, right? Yeah. But the big thing is all the other crap they put in the cigarettes.
100%.
All the other shit they put in the tobacco to make it more addictive. If it's just clean nicotine, there's actually a lot of healthy benefits to it.
100%.
There's good stimulants and bad stimulants.
Yeah.
And
caffeine,
I am 100% addicted to the caffeine now.
Dude.
Like I'm
bad.
Yeah.
I've already chugged a big one this morning, so yeah, I'm the exact same way. But with these pouches, it's kind of one of these things that's super easy. You just throw it in, you kind of go with it. You don't have to have a drink with you. You don't have to have anything, and you're still getting the same effects. And we're working with some people on hydration pouches that have like magnesium and
Little
sodium and stuff
electrolyte
like
type
that.
stuff in
And
there.
electrolytes in it, some B vitamins. So you throw those in and you've got that going. And it's not like, no, don't drink water. It's like,
Yeah.
this is just an additive to kind of help with it. If you've got a bottle of water that you're just drinking, now you've got your electrolytes and everything pumping as well. So we have a lot of cool projects working and with athletes
I mean, you
and
got
stuff
sounds
like
like
that.
you need some fucking scientists on the team.
Oh, we got scientists on the team. We've got some gnarly scientists.
You gotta have some. You gotta have some fucking bioengineer
Dude,
motherfuckers.
I go
dude.
stand in that lab sometimes, and I'm like, look,
Where is this lab?
it's here in Dallas.
I gotta see the lab.
Yeah, you got to come. I'm in there poking on stuff and picking up things. I'm like, what's this? What that? You know, I'm a little child in there, and they're
Yeah.
like, stop, don't touch that, don't do that. But that's
Don't
what
lick
it is.
that.
Yeah, don't. But dude, some of those guys, we've got an Estonian on our crew.
What does that mean?
He's from Estonia.
Oh,
Yeah, he's one of our little mad scientist / mad everything. He's hilarious. And the other day, I don't know what the powder was, and he like sniffed it, and he was like, interesting, and gets a spoon, puts it out, and throws it in his mouth. And I'm just like, what was that? And he's like, oh, a little bitter. I'm like, you just straight ate raw powder of whatever that was. And he's like, well, you got to test
he
it.
probably knew what it was.
Bro, I'm like, don't leave any kind of powder around this guy. No wonder. I was like, maybe you should snort it next time and see how that works, see how that hits you. But yeah, this lab's just filled with
Dude, if
different
y'all
things.
can make some sort of like healthy snortable powder,
Oh my God.
this could be like the new hip trend, dude.
Changes everything.
Instead of a pouch, you get like a little compact mirror thing that opens up and little.
You
and
know
then-
they do that with like
and then
snuff.
people will be like, "Hey," and like, "No, this is nootropics. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it."
You tell the cop to test it. Just test it. Here, just try it. You might like it. But no, that's how they do it.
It's just B vitamins,
It's
bro.
just straight B vitamins. You got this. That's how they do it in Europe, though. Like with tobacco, snus.
Oh, the little
Yeah, they blast it up their nose real quick. It's like they've been doing that for years.
straight to the brain, bro.
Straight to the that ain't buccal. That's straight to the brain. We're skipping the buccal on that. We're just nailing the brain. But it's funny, like nicotine in the States is pretty tame compared to what they run in Europe. Like I think like the average right now, like, you know, you can get 12 milligrams in the US of nicotine in a pouch if that's what you want. Everybody's kind of in that 6 range to 9 range.
Yeah.
You go to Russia, their common is like 34 milligrams of nicotine. They're
jacked.
Dude, they are blasting. And I've joked around and thrown in some heavy ones, and I'm almost in the fetal position in the corner dying. I'm like, absolutely not. I have no idea how people do this. But, you know, what's crazy if you
You
go
gotta
back
get
to
that tolerance up, bud.
my tolerance will never be there. The average use of like small dose nicotine right now in the US, like if you look at 3 milligrams, something like that, the average users are 35 to 45-year-old women.
It's got to be better than smoking, though.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
100%. And there is a lot of people, you know, the COVID, if we go back to the COVID, they saw that nicotine could stop COVID or get the COVID out of your system
Yeah.
super quick for people who are on nicotine. And they were talking about that. Like a lot of people on nicotine, not smokers, but if you look at nicotine users,
Yeah.
never caught COVID. Oh, God, we're going to COVID.
Hey,
You're thinking about it
no,
like
I'm
your
thinking,
brain
I was
just
like,
went
I-
wide open.
I was like, I don't know what kept me from getting. I mean, when I got sick, it was like it was like not even a day. I don't think that
It
I
wasn't
was
even
like,
as bad as the flu if you catch the
But
flu.
I don't ever get the flu.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, I've been sick a handful of times in 20 years.
Yeah, I don't get sick that often. Like I don't know. Kids though, which you don't have to worry about, but with kids, those little shits bring home
nicotine.
Yeah, just have my daughter blast nicotine. My 9-year-old, like, take this, you'll be fine, dude. But those kids bring home the most wild shit from school. It's like, what is going on, dude? Like, they'll take out the whole family. I just don't hang around. I just leave. I'm like, I'm not getting this. Not happening. I don't know.
So how long have you been in this peptide game?
Fuck, probably going on 1.5 years, 2 years.
And then the pouches is fairly newer.
You know what's crazy? So this is a wild thing with the pouches. We talked to a lot of people about it. This was an idea last year. June, it started to come into fruition. We got 12,000 square feet in Garland and started working this little test facility, kind of a little project to see how it would go. And we started getting hit up, and like we went live on the internet with the project. No SEO backing, no anything. Like we were just like, let's do it organic and see what happens. In the first day, there's like 6 leads. I'm like, holy crap, that's a lot. Like I work in a Harley dealership. I see heavy leads coming in all day. Next day, it was the same thing. Next day was the same thing. I was like, dude, this is wild. Like this is not what I expected it to be. And literally what we set out to do with that business, and the reason I had to jump so quick from Harley, what we set out to do in 2 years happened in 2 months.
Damn.
It was that fast of a scale. And 3 weeks ago, we just moved into a 100,000 square foot facility. 100,000 square foot, about 80,000 manufacturing facility just alone. We had
You got some little cars that drive around in there?
We were laughing the other day because this office is so long.
You're gonna get a little
to
Austin
the other
Powers
side,
vehicle.
and for some damn reason, like I pick an office with like the best view. It's like not the biggest office, but it's got the best view. But I didn't strategically figure out the building and that the kitchen is on the other end, so it's like walking a football field every time. To go down and come back, go down and come back. I'm like, oh my God, this is insane. And Steve the other day is like, we need some scooters. He's like, we got to figure out something. We need some scooters. And I'm in there and he's looking at those like.
Whatever you do, don't get that fucking little one wheel thing.
No, we're not doing a one wheel. He did look at the little Segway ones though with the 2 wheels that
Don't
you just
do it.
stand on them and you shoot across, like you lean forward and it takes off. I'm like, bro, we're going to get fucked up. Like somebody's going to get hurt.
I
We're
think
going to
you should
water
get
ourselves.
just get a skateboard.
Yeah, that'd work too. Yeah,
Be
I wanted
way cooler.
I wanted to get a golf cart for the manufacturing side.
Yeah,
just to
that's what I'm
drive
saying,
around
like
in there
the
in
little,
a golf
like
cart.
the little Austin Powers cart.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Where you get stuck in the hallway. That
Yeah.
one. Yeah, that's what we need. I know we were laughing about it the other day. We're like, dude, to go anywhere in this building is like a walk. Like you need to take a snack and a drink with you because it's like going to be a while. So, but yeah, we moved into that place. We're filling it up right now. We've got machines arriving like every 2 weeks. One arrived yesterday, and we're building this place out. And I mean, probably by mid-year, we'll be putting out 25 million pouch containers, I bet.
Jesus Christ. So here, I got a question.
Yeah.
If you put the peptides in a pouch,
Yeah.
it's obviously very easy and convenient and very easy to convince people, try this out. It's easy, just take a pouch, whatever. Other than convincing people to like get all these vials and put it in a syringe and stab it into their body, blah, blah, blah. A lot of people have like, oh, I don't want to do that or whatever.
Yeah. We do make capsules too.
I'm just saying, is it still it seems to me that the injection would be the most powerful
for sure.
transference of the material to your body.
For sure. This is just like an alternative. We're
This
just
is for
working on with
people-
different ideas, to throw in if you need, 100 milligrams of NAD real quick, like throw it in there. There you go. And your average user's not using 1 pouch a day. Your average nicotine user uses an entire
People
can
using
a day.
like a whole can a day.
Yeah.
20 pouches a day.
Yeah.
I asked a question about like what's the best transference method, whether it's if the pouch is as effective or if it's better to inject and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, if we were doing a peptide one, for sure, I'd say injection. If you were using a pouch for the peptide side, it's more or less just that little dose here and there.
It's the gateway drug, dude.
It is.
Try the pouch, and then you get addicted. Now go straight.
Now you got to go to injections. No, but like on that, if you did a peptide or even nootropics or whatever it is, people aren't going to use an entire can a day.
Yeah.
Like it's made for 6 to 8 daily usage, maybe. And depends how much. Like, dude, we have people that want 25 milligrams of caffeine in their pouch, and we have people that want 200 milligrams of caffeine.
Well, yeah, because a fucking Ghost energy drink is like 200, 250 or something.
I mean, and your average cup of coffee is like 90 milligrams.
Yeah.
So, but 200 milligrams of caffeine is gnarly. Like just straight into your mouth, like bam, get hit with it. But the issue there is flavoring that. Caffeine's real bitter. Like it's a very bitter taste. And you could have someone that's like,
hey, I'm going to tell you right now, after 2 days of doing it, you're not going to care about the taste. Because look at Red Bull. Shit is terrible.
right.
But people chug it. The first time I ever took a sip of Red Bull, I was like, who would drink this? 4 days later, I'm like,
I love them. This is the best thing ever. Where did Red Bull start? It was somewhere in Asia. What was it, like Thailand or something?
I think it was Japan.
Was it Japan?
I think so.
I can't remember. But I remember when Red Bull first kind of like hit and started coming out, it made it over here, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, whatever. And you drink one, you're like, oh, whatever. I don't know how that's gonna do.
The first time I ever had one was at a Friday 13th event. Somebody brought one. It was from, I think it's from Japan.
Yeah.
And it was a tiny little glass bottle. that's a shot. It was before they made it like a fizzy drink.
Yeah.
And it's like one little crack shot, and it was like, whoa, like full on. Like if you just took like a big Red Bull and condensed it all down, like boiled it down to the concentrate.
In one.
And it just, it had the same similar flavor, but just like medicine.
Oh my
And then
God.
you're just like, zing!
Wide open.
Yeah.
I love that. But then you see that brand and you're like, oh, now they have a Formula One team and they're this and they're that. And every badass athlete on the planet. If you're a bad dude and you have a Red Bull deal, like you're the baddest. Like if you have a Red Bull contract, you are the gnarliest human on the planet. So that's when I was like, oh, okay, that they have something. And then everybody else followed suit with Monster and all that. But Monster was originally Hanson's back in the day. Remember Hanson's energy drink?
Yep.
Then that became Monster. And yeah, the energy drink craze took over the world. But here's a wild stat. So energy drinks, I can't remember it's a 5 or 10 year spread. So energy drinks right now are $35 billion a year. Like that's the industry, $35 billion a year industry. Their projection will hit, it's either 5 or 10 years, will be a $45 billion a year industry. So energy drinks are going to see,
it's still going up,
about a $10 billion spike. Nicotine pouches, kind of nootropics as a whole right now, are at about 8 billion worldwide. The same projection time as energy drinks, pouches are showing over 100 billion.
I mean, only time will tell.
Yeah. And by what we see on the daily and what we watch, like I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah.
At all. And it's more convenient. It's way more convenient to have, pouches on you than carrying around a big can. Like, oh, I need some energy here. Just throw that in your mouth. Nobody knows it's in and you're doing your thing, compared to needing a refrigerator or needing this can here with you. So it's the convenience factor that a lot of people are seeing. But yeah, the scale right now is just, daily we're in meetings and I'm just like, oh my God, dude, like this is going nuts.
Yeah.
The
fact that the pouch has just kind of been a thing it's basically just a way to package and deliver something in a new way, which seems to work with a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Was nicotine the first thing that a pouch was used for, or was a pouch used for something else?
Yeah, for sure.
Nicotine.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now it's like, oh, well, you can use it for caffeine. You can use it for this. You can use it for vitamins. You can use it for.
You can literally put anything in them, and
it seems like it makes more sense instead of like taking a pill.
Yeah.
Which you go into your gut.
Yeah.
You take a pouch. It just over the course of however many minutes soaks right into your
buccal.
Straight to buccal. I could see that making a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Using it to a method of giving your body to absorb something.
I've had that just sitting there. It's not energy drinks. It's that.
And what's in
here? Just pop it right up. That one's nicotine.
Whoa, minty.
Minty. It's actually citrus, but yeah, it's got some mint hit on it. It's got some citrusy mint.
Yeah, wild.
And makes your breath smell nice. You like that one?
That's a cool case.
Will Card made that for me.
Yeah. It looks like Will Card.
Will did that one, so it's pretty sweet.
Dude, the fucking market for customized pouch boxes is gonna be
bro, it's so funny. I pulled this out in meetings.
It's like, it reminds me of the 70s when everybody had like a custom leather tooled thing for their cigarettes to go in, or a lighter, put your lighter in a little leather sleeve.
Yeah,
I can't just have a lighter. Check out my lighter case.
Yeah, well, it's like funny too. Like I told
accessories, dude.
I told Will, I was like, I need that, dude. I need one of those. So he made it, and I'm like, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna strategically pull it out when I'm with some high rollers in a meeting and just set it in the middle,
dude,
and just let people see it.
You got to get a gold one.
Oh, that'd be pretty sick. I know. I need one for every day of the week.
It'll be like a fucking Rolex, dude. People will be spending fucking $50,000 on their fucking pouch container.
I could see it happening, but the thing is too, like we're working on a project.
Oh,
right
what?
Now.
You just have some little plastic case, loser. Look at me, bud.
Right. Pop it out. Oh, geez, we lost toothpick. Save it. You got several of them here. Just pop a new one.
No, that's good.
Oh, okay. Good recovery. Yeah. So that I don't know. That's pretty funny. But yeah, some guys have seen it and like, oh, that's sick. But what it leads to is the conversation. Could he do that to a gun? Yeah. Like, yeah, he can, you know. So
anything.
Yeah, that leads into another thing. But yeah, so these, like, I kind of rock the metal one just because we have so many different pouches up there. Yeah. Like, I can kind of put whatever I want in it and do different things. But a lot of companies are hopping on board with getting metal ones and selling them like in a subscription pack. Like if you buy a certain amount, you get one of these. And we're working on a deal right now.
Well, then they could sell you the pouches in just like a little bag, a Ziploc, instead of selling a new plastic container every time and wasting all that plastic container.
We have it on the way. We have a Mylar bagging line that lands in the next few
that's
weeks.
what you got to do.
But it's going to pump
you don't
the pouches out.
You don't want to sell the box every time.
Nope.
For every 20 pouches has a fucking plastic container with it.
Yeah, but you could sell a 50 pouches in a bag. And then the dudes just refill their own.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
So that's kind of what's going down right now. It's really cool. So we see a lot of the bigger companies leaning into that.
It's like 110 cup. Oh my God. I had this fucking idea many, many years ago, just with plastic waste.
Yeah.
I had this ingenious idea, I'll say, where
should you say it on here? Somebody's gonna steal it.
Nah, I've been talking about it for 20 years probably. Because when everybody started talking about all the plastic waste in the world, I'm like, yeah, I fucking hate plastic.
Yeah.
I don't want any I would rather not have plastic in my life.
Yeah.
I'd rather have my dice made out of fucking Bakelite.
Yeah.
I'd rather I don't want plastic on my motorcycle either.
Yeah.
Like that's the one thing I hate about new Harley Davidsons. It's like, how much plastic?
Yeah.
How much plastic?
Yeah.
It's just plastic. Everything's fucking plastic.
At least it doesn't feel like the Indian yet.
No, I'm just saying, but like instead of being metal, shit is just plastic, and it's a bummer. Everything should be real. But the 110 cup idea is every person in the country is issued a metal cup. That is your cup. Everything you drink out of this cup. When you go somewhere, you're like, I want a Coke, here's my cup. You don't have a cup, it's like $100 fucking.
They like issue it with your birth certificate at birth.
Yeah, you get
just give you
one
110 cup.
You show up somewhere and you're like, I need a Coke, and like, oh, where's your cup? I don't have my cup. $100, motherfucker, and you have to buy a new cup. So and now there'll be no more plastic cups.
I mean, it's a pretty good idea.
Everybody just has their one cup. I would just have my cup. Here's my cup. I'm drinking out of it.
I mean,
but I'm also the crazy person that travels with my own silverware.
Yeah, I told somebody that one time that you have your own silverware, and they're like, "Wait, what?" And I was trying to explain it to him. I'm like, "Yeah, he has his own silverware with him at all times." But yeah, I mean, that's a good idea. But yeah, with that, same idea right there. 110 puck. We call these pucks. Some people call them 10s, but I like hockey, and they look like a puck to me. So yeah, there we go. But yeah, I think.
Do you have one that looks like a hockey puck yet?
Dude, we've got some pretty big hockey influencers that are like, we want it to look like the hockey puck.
Yeah,
they're black though. Puck. They make like a black plastic one.
But I'm saying that looks exactly like a hockey puck with the little
kind of the little edges on it like that too.
Edge and have the little sock, and you could have like a Dallas Stars logo on the top.
Yeah.
Fuck
yeah. There you go. So there's another idea right there. The thing is, like we were talking too, it's so funny. Pro athlete usage of nicotine. Like people think of baseball.
I mean, pro
players.
athletes are using every eam.
Dude, when you
cocaine.
I don't know. The testing's pretty hard right now, but yeah, they're sneaking everything in.
Oh, they're.
But with that, it's like you see. Everybody thinks of OG like tobacco with baseball players, like back in the 90s when they're blasting horseshoes.
Chewing chaw.
Yeah, just gnarly, you know. But now these dudes, like, I had some hockey players in the other day that we were talking to, and they were talking about one of the players on the team who's a pretty famous player. And they're like, bro, he'll pull like 6 milligrams out,
idea.
And he'll throw 18 milligrams of nicotine straight into their mouth before a game. And it's like, holy shit.
Here's another idea. You make a mouth guard that has a little section where you stick the pouch in, and it holds it in the mouth guard.
You just suck it through the mouth guard?
Well, so the mouth guard has a divot out, so the pouch sits, so you can have your pouch in with your mouth guard. Boxers and hockey guys and all this kind of shit.
I mean,
it could be fucking pouching.
That's pretty smart. I mean, you're right. You're coming up. Let's keep this going. I'm getting all kinds of goodies from you today. It's like, here we go. We're going to pitch this. This is going to work.
Yeah.
We got to come up. You got
to get 200 milligrams of cocaine in your mouth guard of getting a boxing ring, dude.
All those Colombian boxers would love it. Be all over it. I still think you need to make a pouch.
Well, I'm in.
I think you should. I think a healthier alternative pouch kind of triggered at tattoo artists, because kind of how we were talking earlier. But there's still a lot of unhealthy tattoo artists out there. There's the select few that are riding the health wave right now, which is awesome.
Yeah, but if it was a healthy energy pouch instead of chugging energy drinks all day.
Yeah, because every tattoo artist chugs energy drinks all day still.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've went back to only coffee.
Oh, really?
I haven't drank energy drinks in some time.
That's good for you, though.
I mean, I don't know.
I
don't know what I really
you like
don't.
sweet coffees, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cinnamon and a lot of stevia.
I'm a basic white girl with my coffee. I like vanilla ice lattes and things like that.
Yeah.
I'm bougie.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. Even the energy drinks I was drinking was sugar-free ones, but who knows what all fucking chemicals and sugar in there.
I've always wondered that. Like,
I'd rather
you can
just
read
get
this
a
stuff.
real espresso.
And what's cool though is hanging
in milk and oat milk and cinnamon.
Well, I talk to like our scientists about stuff, and it's been pretty wild. Like the more I learn about artificial sweeteners and what's good and what's not, and then we have some customers, that are Whole Foods compliant. And to go through the Whole Foods compliancy list, you're like, oh, you can't have this. You can't have this kind of sweetener. You can't have this kind of flavoring. You can't have this. And it's like, oh, shit. Like, most of the products I use in a day have that in it.
All
like,
that crap.
Wait, what's wrong with it? And you're sitting there Googling, you're like, oh, okay, that isn't good. And I've literally been using this for 38 years now. So it's really, that's been one cool thing about this industry. It's really opened my eyes to what's good, what's bad, even on the peptide side. Like, it's like, oh, that isn't good at all. Like, that is not good for your body.
What in the Duck podcast is proud to be sponsored by Legacy Ink, the finest in tattoo pigments. I've been using this ink exclusively for over 20 years myself. It has been recently rebranded and marketed, but it has been the same recipe for decades. Real, hand-mixed tattoo pigments that heal great and last. People always comment on the yellow that I use and the yellow tattooed on me, my favorite, the Mayan yellow. I have seen countless 20-plus-year-old tattoos with the colors still vivid. Don't duck around with all these newfangled companies with their watered-down baloney. Get the tried, true, and tested good shit. You can find them on Instagram at Legacy Pigments or email Ashley today to place an order at legacyartsupplies@gmail.com. Tell them Oliver sent you and receive a special discount. Don't just do tattoos. Be part of a legacy.
But even away from all of that stuff, like peptides and all that, it's been funny, like getting older. Like back in the day, you just want to be boosted. Your body's kind of naturally healthy. You got a crazy metabolism. You think you can do anything. And then you hit 35 and you're like, oh, this is what my dad talked about. This is like, I'm hurting today. And this is that. And it's so funny. Like, I converted my garage into a gym. So I have a gym at the house that I work out in. But then it was
I mean, you personally made a major transformation over the last couple of years.
Yeah, dude, I was living like shit in the Harley dealership, eating like crap. And, when I grew up racing, like I was healthy all the time. I was training all the time. I was focused on that.
And then you got fat?
Yeah. And then when I stopped racing, got married, had kids, just kind of let it go and was like, whatever. And
how old are you now?
38.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Not even 40 yet?
No.
Dude.
And
good thing you got on the train early.
Yeah. I'm very fortunate. Well, I can say that to Steve, actually, the dude that we're doing all this stuff with. Steve had a dietary supplement company, and he put on a fitness challenge after the first of the year, like 2 years ago. And I was like, I'll do it. Just like, whatever. I'm competitive. Anytime I can compete in something, I'm like, okay, I'll do it. And I told him the day of the challenge, I was like, I'm going to destroy all these people. Like, I'm going to win. That's just my mindset. And I think in 3 months, I dropped 32 pounds natural. No peptides, no anything. Like, it was just working out, watched everything I ate, counted everything I ate, cut out energy drinks, just black coffee. Like, I just deep dove it. And then that spiraled. I have the most addictive personality ever. Like, I get addicted to everything. And I'm like, holy shit, I saw my body change. I was like, oh, I'm going to keep going. Screw it. We're here. But I was struggling with recovery. And that's where like BPC TB really came in. It helped. And then it was like, well, what else can we do to make it better? So then I get a cold plunge in the house. I'm reading everything about cold plunges. And I'm like, okay, we got to do one of those. And that was part of the fitness challenge.
I want a cold plunge.
You need to get one. Bro, it changed everything. Like getting in that first thing in the morning, when you're still half asleep and you
wake up quick.
You jump in 36 degrees of water, and it's just like, oh, like you're just fighting it. Your body's like, run, 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 run. And you're like, I got to do this 2 to 3 minutes. Like, fuck it. You know, you're just death gripping in there. But then your body, after that first 30 seconds, kind of adapts. And you're okay, here we go. We're good. Let's stay in this. And then it went from the cold plunge to reading about what saunas do for you, what infrared does for you, what all this is. And it's like, well, now I need an infrared sauna in the house.
Yeah, I need a sauna too.
Dude, you have to get them. And they're cheap
you
nowadays.
You have to get
They're
it.
so cheap nowadays.
You can't live without it.
But you feel so much better after, you know, a 20 to 30 minute sauna sesh or, you know, that cold plunge. Like your body, and especially
sauna sesh, dude.
Yeah, sauna sesh. I'm trying to get a 6-person so I can have a sauna party.
Dude,
you know?
I'm on my way.
Yeah.
I'm
you know,
coming
okay,
over.
so here, we'll tell the funny sauna story.
I'm coming over.
We'll tell the wild sauna story. So we're in Austin for MotoGP. We were down there. I was texting you that weekend. We were down there at MotoGP, and we were staying at this hotel, and Steve was like, I think the Onnit gym is close. I was like, really? So he like, look it up. We wanted to go work out in the morning, Sunday morning before the race. It was half a mile from the facility. I'm like, oh, crap. So we go there and get a workout. And you honestly shouldn't lift and then cold plunge. You should cold plunge before lift. But we just went in, started lifting. Then we go in their cold plunge room, and they're like the gnarly cold plunges, like the $30,000, like get to 32 degrees, but the water keeps circulating so it won't freeze up. And I'm like, I have to do it. Like, I have to get in this just to see if I can. So I was in these little Volcom like boxer briefs, and I just like strip off everything and I jump in that. And I'm like, woo, you know, just sitting there freezing, just like, oh my God, I love it. 2 minutes. Steve takes off, runs into the sauna because it's in the sauna room. There's a big, like probably 30-person sauna behind it. He runs in there. I jump out of this thing freezing, and I'm like running through this cold plunge room to the sauna, whip open the door to the sauna. It's dark. I jump up on the bench. I'm like, okay, good. You know, it's 200 degrees in there. I'm feeling great. And I literally ran in there, and it was Steve and I and probably like 6 supermodels. Like these chicks just sitting in there in bikinis, and I've just ran in there, you know, at 32 degrees.
But it's a co-ed one. You didn't you didn't actually go into the women's one.
No. It was a co-ed. Everyone was in there, but it's like we were cracking up. It's like, bro, you're shriveled and frozen, and just run off in this damn thing and hop in there. And there's just girls everywhere. I'm like, oh God, perfect timing, you know. But that's one of the sickest things in the world. If you have it in your house, and you can go cold to heat, and then back to cold, and then finish in the heat, dude, you feel like a superhero. You feel insane. And then like, so Steve jumped on that too. He got a red light bed, a red light therapy bed. It's like a giant tanning bed, but it's red light therapy. And then he's like, I'm getting a hyperbaric chamber. I'm like, oh, okay, you know, that's like the thing that's in. He's like, no, I'm getting a hyperbaric chamber, like full blown big bad boy. It's like, okay, that's kind of cool. And dude, it's bigger than this booth in here.
Yeah.
Like it's massive, and it's got like first class seats in it, like has a TV mount in it, and it is just gnarly. And when we did the Danger Scramble last year, that October, wasn't it October? Yeah, it was October. And I haven't raced anything in forever. Last thing I'd race was probably a flat track out there. I borrowed Harley Davidson's dirt bike. I hadn't rode it. Like I like started that bike and rode around the parking lot at the Harley shop. I was like, I'll race. And my mindset's like, I'm just going to go destroy everyone. Like I'm going to win at all costs, you know? I went out, blasted, rode that hour as hard as I could go. Like not letting up. I fried the clutch in that bike too, by the way. Like to the point you would put it in gear and it wouldn't move. Like I roasted the clutch on that thing. But I woke up Sunday morning after the race and I was like, oh my God. Like everything hurt. Like I was destroyed. It was
rattled,
like, dude, my body, and Dan did not want to make that track easy. Like I was cut up from tree branches. I cracked some dude in the handlebar. My pinky was massive. Like, it was just chaos. But that's what it was supposed to be. But the next day he texted me and he's like, what's up? How'd it go? And I'm like, dude, I hurt so bad. He's like, come over. He's like, just come do a wellness day. Like get yourself dialed in. So I did that hyperbaric chamber for an hour. Get out. I get on a grounding mat. I don't know nothing about the grounding thing. So I do this grounding mat he has, and I'm laying on it for like 30 minutes. I'm like, oh, this is nice, you know? And then I go, he's like, get in the red light therapy bed. So I do red light therapy for 30 minutes. And I have infrared lights in my sauna, like bright red lights. that red light therapy bed, he hands me the tanning glasses, like the put on. I'm like, okay, so like put those on. It was so bright. I could see the vessels and veins in my eyelids. It was shining so bright. It's like, oh my God. And I stayed there for like 20, 30 minutes. I got out and felt like I was 16 years old.
Damn.
I was like, how the hell did that happen? But combining all that stuff together I'd never felt that good. Like it literally felt like I was a kid again. And then that was a whole other thing. Like recovery's it. Like wellness and recovery. As you get older, you have to take care of yourself. Peptides, all the recovery stuff, like you got to do it. You have to. So now you got to go buy a sauna.
Got to get into this.
You got to.
God damn it.
Yeah, I'll send you all the links. You'll have the whole setup.
I've been talking about it for fucking years.
Well, just with what, especially like what you've had going on lately, heart health, all that. I mean, I don't know how kind of concerned about your heart the first couple times getting in that cold plunge, you got to be prepared for that. Maybe work your way up.
I think I can do that.
Yeah, keep it at about 50 degrees and work yourself down to the 30s. Because that first time, dude, I've had my Garmin watch on that shows my heart rate, and it's like just skyrocketing. I'm like, oh my God, I'm dying. It's happening. This is it. My wife's gonna come out and find me frozen in this damn thing, just a popsicle inside it. But it's something that's like it's honestly consumed my life lately. Like just in the last year, just like recovery, wellness, stay healthy. I mean, life's hard enough, and we've probably made it a lot harder on ourselves than we should have over our lifetime. So now it's like, as we get older, we got to take care of it.
Well, I'm sold. I got to get on I got to get on these. I got to get on some sort of test out these peptide things.
We will. We'll get you hooked up.
Find out what's going on.
We'll make something happen. I think there's a lot of good benefits, especially your current situation, that would help it tremendously. Tremendously. You talked about it on the last podcast, didn't you? I think with Shane about your heart attack.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's public knowledge now.
Oh yeah, people know.
Yeah. Dude, I was with Milburn, or no, I was talking to Milburn a couple weeks ago, and he brought up you calling and leaving him a message when it was happening, and I started laughing so hard. I was like, no. I was like, wait, he just called you and left you a message in the middle of the night saying, I'm having a heart attack, going to the hospital, bye. Whatever. He was like, yeah, and then like 12 missed calls from Audra. I was like, oh my God. I was like, that is the most Oliver thing ever, just to call and give you a message.
When he called back, he was like distraught. He's like, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't miss your call. Oh God. And I was like, well, I'm alive still.
Yay, I'm here. I answered the phone.
Yeah, it was exciting, to say the least.
You're just chilling, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, here it goes.
Yeah. We were watching a movie. Did I already tell the story? We were watching a movie, and it was the Saturday night of the freeze.
Yeah.
And so it was like middle of the movie. I was just like, long story short, I was like, babe, don't freak out. I'm having chest pains. And she's like, we're going out of the middle, We jump up and fucking, I knew exactly what it was. The feeling was like exactly the same as the first heart attack I had. As soon as it shot in my arm and my chest locked up, it hadn't gotten bad yet, but the very onset I recognized it.
Yeah.
I was like, well, this is it. And we rush around to try to get ready to leave the house and put the dogs up and get outside, and it's fucking frozen, everything.
Yeah.
The door on the minivan is froze shut. So I'm like trying to open the door, I can't open the door. I'm just like, and then the windshield's frozen over. We haven't driven anywhere in 2 days because of the fucking crazy storm. And so she comes out and I get the door open, I start the car, turn the defrost on, like sit there, I'm like, and then I go back inside, like thinking I'm gonna, like, I don't even think I had my, I don't know, I don't think I had my jacket or my shoe or my shirt or my overshirt or anything. So I ran outside, did that real quick, and then went back inside, and I'm running around, and it's getting worse. Like every breath, it's like hurts just a little bit more.
Yeah.
And it just gets worse. And I'm feeling it. I'm like, oh, we got to get out of here. And then she comes out. We get to the car, and we're looking for an ice scraper. Can't find the ice scraper for the fucking. So she runs in the house, comes out with some scissors, and just starts scraping a hole in the windshield. And there's about a hole about this big where you can see out the windshield. And I'm like, we gotta go! So he jumps in the car, and we slide across the parking lot trying to get out, and then the gate is frozen shut.
Oh, the roller gate. I wouldn't even think about that.
They push a button, nothing happens. Look down, the track's just piled of ice. It's frozen over. So I'm sitting in the back seat, and I'm like, ugh. And then she gets out, and she turns the gate on the manual and starts trying to push it. Gets the gate like this far open, and she's just pushing and sliding in the ice. And I get out of the car, and she's like, get back in the car. And I'm like, we gotta fucking go. So then we both get and just like pry the gate open this much, and I squeeze in between it and just.
You mid heart attack pushing the gate open?
Yeah, I'm pushing the gate open, and she's just like, oh my God, I can't. I'm just like, what? We're just going to sit here? We got to fucking go. And then we get the gate open, we pull out, and there's nobody out, and the roads are just fucking froze over. So we're just, and we get to the hospital fairly quick,
Yeah.
But we made it.
Holy crap.
And it was, like I said, it was exciting.
I'm glad Audra didn't have a heart attack in the middle of that.
Oh my
Jesus,
God.
that's chaos.
But it was like, dude. And everybody's like, you didn't call the ambulance? I was like, dude, we just got to go.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to sit here and wait for an ambulance to show up.
So, I mean, it's going to take them a while anyways with that weather.
Yeah, they're going to get there. And then they're going to get there and be like, so what's going on? I'm like,
just run in the emergency room.
Go. Yeah.
That's the best thing about emergency room, chest pain. Oh, cool. They take you right back. You get a chest pain?
Well, I think I told the story already, but I'm like, I walk in, they're like, hey. And I'm like, I'm having a heart attack. First thing I say, I come in the door, and they're like, okay, what's your name? I'm like, I'm having a heart attack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were just so nonchalant.
Dude, it's so
And they were
wild.
just like, well, okay. And then the one girl recognized me and started saying, oh, it's Oliver Peck. And then Audra comes in right behind me, and she takes over the dealing with them. And they put me in a wheelchair, and they was, okay, sir, calm down. And I'm like, screaming, And they're like, we're gonna do a test. We're gonna do EKG. I'm like, yeah, I'm having a fucking heart attack, and I'm screaming and I'm yelling and I'm in pain. And they're like, oh, it's gonna be. And they're like putting the stickers on, like, hey, stay still, sir. And I'm like, hey. I'm freaking out.
Yeah.
And they're just like, well, see what's happening. Whoa. And then they put the EKG on, and they plug all the wires in, and then they push a button, which takes like 4 seconds. For it to go bling, bling. And they're like, he's having a heart attack.
It's like, I fucking told you.
And now it's go time.
Yeah, now
they're rushing around, and now they're trying to figure it out. And I was like, yeah. But it made me think, like, how many people show up at the emergency room and say they're having a heart attack, and they're not having a heart attack?
Yeah.
It must happen.
Well, I think that's the go-to to get yourself in the back.
It must happen a lot.
Yeah.
Because they were just like, oh, yeah, okay, we'll see what's happening. Nobody cared.
Hospitals are gnarly. We dealt with my wife's situation last year.
Insane situation.
Dude, that was so wild. I mean, she called me and was like, hey, my head's hurting. She had headaches for a few. She'd played tennis, and then she was like, my vision's super blurry in one of my eyes. I'm like, okay, we'll go home, chill, start resting. Then she calls me, and it's like slurred talk. I can't understand a word except emergency room, hospital, mom and dad taking me.
You're like, this bitch is on drugs.
Yeah, I was like, what is happening? And her parents thankfully live like an eighth of a mile from us, so they snagged her. We get to the hospital. They think she's having a stroke. So I'm like, oh, shit, like this is real. And they rush her in the back real quick, start doing all the tests, take her into the side room. She's kind of back to normal by then, like talking and everything's good. And I was like, well, that was wild. And the doctor walks in and he's like, well, you didn't have a stroke. We're like, yeah, thank God. Cool, that's awesome. And he goes, but you do have a brain aneurysm.
Yeah.
And we're like, wait. And he just walks out of the room. I was like, did he say you have a brain aneurysm? I was like, isn't that bad? I'm like, aren't those...
Which is worse?
Yeah, I was
the
like...
stroke or the aneurysm?
Yeah, I was like, don't aneurysms like kill you? I was like, what's going on? And they kept her overnight, and they kind of like, yeah, it's not that big, not that, it'll need to be monitored. So we reach out to some friends who are in the surgical industry, and they're like, UT Southwestern's the dudes to go to. They have the top neurosurgeons on the planet. Get in there, get it figured out. We were able to get an appointment. We go in for it, and he's like, yeah, it's way bigger than they told you it was. And we're like, okay, what's that mean? He's like, we need to do an angiogram. They run a stent. It's literally a stent up to her brain to check it out. And it was like that day he come back. He's like, all right, you're having brain surgery. We're like, what? And he's like, yeah, full craniotomy. I'm like, okay, so what does that entail? He goes, I'm going to split her from here to here, take her skull out, go in, clip this thing. And I'm just like, oh my God. I'm like, my wife's going to die. I have a 9-year-old at home. Like, what is my life about to become over the next few weeks? So yeah, we went through that. She did well with that surgery. Then she had to have some plastic surgery because her jaw muscle furlowed and locked up.
Oh. So
she couldn't open her jaw all the way. It was chaos. And then, after all this, we found out she had a stroke during the surgery, which they said could happen.
Yeah.
Then she had this minor stroke. She's like, well, no wonder I can't remember shit right now or be mid-conversation and kind of drift off. So, yeah, this last year's been wild with that. You know, like, I don't know. I'm scared to be in my 50s.
Shit's coming to get us, dude.
Yeah, but it's like, what caused it? You know, they said hers was more genetic. That thing had probably been growing since she was a kid. It's probably a genetic thing. So it's like, well, that's better. They're like, yeah, but you should probably have every one of the kids tested, anyone in around. I think in her sister just had an angiogram. They found a small one on her. I'm like, dear God, dude, like, what's going on with this? So
Yeah.
that's why, like, at this point in my life, it's like, I've got to be as healthy as possible. And you got to watch everything.
Got to get a pouch for that.
Yep. Yeah. What would that be? An aneurysm pouch? Something that shrinks aneurysm? How do we figure that out? I need a good doctor for that one. So, but yeah, I think your next investment's a cold plunge and a sauna.
Oh my God.
That's what you're going for. It'd be amazing.
Oh.
You look terrified.
Maybe we'll go get this pouch business going and
yeah, there you go. I think you need a wellness pouch for tattoo artists.
I want to learn more about it.
Yeah.
I want to learn more about I want to do some I don't know what the word is. Some of my own personal trials.
Yeah.
Some peptide trials to see what I need.
We got some stuff. We'll get you hooked up, get you rolling on some stuff, and then we can work on some pouch tides.
How are you marketing the peptides, and how are people finding it, and how are people deciding what they're using?
A lot of people are doing their own research right now, and most of the people that we work with, yeah, people buy online quite a bit from us, but it's like I work with a lot of the doctors, and it's crazy. Most of my peptide knowledge has come from talking with the doctors that I sell to because they're so dialed in. I have a doctor in California that I deal with, Dr. Savelli. And dude, I ask her the craziest stuff. She's like, yeah, it does this, 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 and this. Like, she breaks it down for me really well. Because, dude, I have a 9th grade education. I'm a dropout. This is new stuff to me. And these people have studied it their whole, careers.
Yeah, you're not on the science end.
No, I'm on the selling end. Like, I sell the stuff, but it's like more you deep dive it. And then, I go buy books and I'll read these books about it. I'm like, holy crap, I didn't know that did this or that was for this. So it's just, there's so much knowledge out there on peptides, and some of it's bullshit, but I mean, you could find really good information. You could literally go into chat and be like, hey, my body's doing this and I need, something to help with this. What peptides would work? And boom, it'll throw you out 3 right there.
Yeah.
Because there's literally peptides to help, with testosterone boost, with losing weight, with recovery, with literally anything you probably have an issue with. There's a peptide out there that could probably help heal it.
Because it's basically helping with the deficiency.
Yeah, 100%. Well, you look at like pharmaceutical products are made to help after the issues happened.
Yeah. Like,
okay, you had a heart attack. Here's this medicine to kind of
symptom treaters.
Yeah, it's a symptom treater. Exactly.
Yeah.
They're like, this is, to try to help it not happen again. Where a peptide goes in and starts rebuilding what caused the issue. Yeah. Like, this is the reason this happened. Let's build up, take those amino acids and start rebuilding around it and recover what it is at the root cause. Big Pharma doesn't want that. Big Pharma doesn't want you doing that. They're not selling product that way.
Yeah. So
they're just trying to put a Band-Aid over something that needs stitches.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen that for years. But yeah, it's still gray, RFK's a huge peptide advocate, which has been awesome. Like, he's doing a lot of stuff to really kind of help push peptides out there and talk about it with people. Like, he was a big dude on methylene blue, and then people started using that. But if you listen to a lot of his stuff, he's talking about it pretty constantly.
Methylene blue pouch.
There you go. You know what he was a big advocate of? His pouches.
Yeah.
Like, RFK's a nicotiner. Like, there's a lot of videos of that. And then, Tucker owns his own brand. Tucker Carlson has Alp.
Yeah.
That's his own brand, and they crush it. Like, these... people are seeing it, and people are starting to realize there's a lot of other stuff outside of, the traditional pharmaceutical medicine that can definitely help people and heal people and go to the root cause of the problem.
I figured these already big manufacturers that are making nicotine pouches. Once this thing kind of catches on, they're probably going to jump on the train and probably going to be like, hey, we can add these different things to our pouches.
Dude.
Even if you just add fucking B vitamins. You know
Well,
what I
there's a
mean?
real
Even if you just add your normal daily supplement to your nicotine pouch, because people forget to take their vitamins.
Oh, yeah.
People don't forget to take their nicotine pouch.
Oh, no. And there's a real gray area right there with combining nootropics and nicotine. It's just not a deal right now.
Who knows?
Yeah, it's
Could be bad, could be good.
well, it's the legality side, like the legal side of doing the process and getting your paperwork. But I mean, right now you've got people don't have one pouch in their mouth a lot of times. They have 2 and 3. Like nicotine pouches. So you got people running, a higher dose nicotine, then they'll throw a nootropic in with it. So you're getting blasted with every bit of it. We're seeing a lot of that now. That's kind of becoming a more common thing. But what we're seeing is like these big nicotine brands are seeing the growth of the nootropic market. And they're like, holy shit, that's another window for us.
Yeah.
So you're starting to see that these large brands that are selling billions a year are seeing that growth and they're getting on it. There's several that are talking about it right now. So you're about to see a big kick. I think in the next year, you're going to see a lot of nootropics right next to nicotine on that little shelf in 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Or Circle K, whatever, QT. And you're already seeing caffeine pouches. There's people getting caffeine pouches in there, but you're going to see a lot more wellness-oriented pouches.
Kind of exciting.
It is. I mean, that's literally why
there's Otter's got like
a
nootropic drink.
Yeah.
It's like a natural energy drink, but it's got all this nootropics.
Well, that's what those Newtonic dudes do right there. They have one. They're in Central Market. They're HEB.
Is that the name of the drink?
Newtonic? So now she's going to go look.
It might be.
Yeah.
It might be the same company that makes these toothpicks.
Yeah, that dude's got a big Modern Wisdom podcast. I know he's part of that. Like those dudes, and they're super cool. They were in the other day. But yeah, there's a lot.
I like how there's a how to use on the back of the
how
toothpick.
to use your toothpick.
Yeah. I would say put in your mouth.
Yeah. Whip it out and put it in your mouth. Oh my God. Hand me that.
I have a subscription.
She's got a subscription.
To
Harry,
Newtonic.
we're going to reach out to we're going to send this to Harry from Newtonic. He'll be stoked on this. That's so rad. They're good. They're so good. But yeah, did you get it at Whole Foods?
No, she's got a...
No. Oh, your subscription. Sorry. Yeah, you said you had the subscription. Yeah, that's rad.
Look at that.
Oh.
Bingo, bingo.
Now you're going to have to start blasting toothpicks, too, if you don't have a drink around. You're going to jump into that side. That's so rad. But yeah, I mean, I think it's super cool, especially with my current journey I'm on with trying to be healthier and stay well, to see this stuff come into light and people really getting on board with it. I think it's super rad.
Well, the big push right now with everybody learning, how much bad shit is in all our food, all our drinks, all our packaged materials, like everything, you look at the back of any container or the back of any packaging and it's just got like a million ingredients. And people are like, I think people are like opening their eyes to that. Like, man, why am I eating this stuff with this crazy list of shit that I don't know what it is?
Yeah, and people are finally starting to read them because most people have just done them their whole life, Like, I look back at all the processed shit I've been eating my entire life being a poor kid from Joshua, Texas. You went to Walmart and got what you could get, or the local Piggly Wiggly, I think it was back in the day there.
We had Piggly Wiggly when I was a kid.
Yeah, you had that. You would get, just whatever food was there and you use it. And now I'm standing in the Whole Foods aisle reading the back of shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, what have I become? But it's cool, and I took my wife in Walmart for her second time ever, like 2 years ago. She's doesn't do that. That's not her thing. Like, she'll go to Target, and if she gets groceries, it's Whole Foods. Like, she's really always watched that, which has been great for me. But it's like, if you look at the meats and anything, you don't look at the meats. But if you look at like meats and what the process is on making the meats and what they put in the meats, and it's like, holy shit, that's not good. So I'm a meat eater. I like steak and chicken and fish, and I only buy it at like Whole Foods or a Central Market.
Yeah.
Like I'm super big on that. So it's wild. It's wild to look at now from what we used to be. I mean, even 10 years ago. I mean, I'm coming up on 13 years sober, but even being sober, I wasn't healthy. Like, I was just not drinking and partying and doing drugs every day.
Like I said, there's a big push of like brands are marketing things like, hey, look, this has 3 ingredients. You know what I mean? Or this item has this, and that. It's like, I think it's pretty clear to understand that shit can't be good for you.
No, not at all.
We're just eating garbage.
Yeah, and if you see something that has over 4 ingredients in it, there's probably a problem.
4? Fucking 100.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying over
Yeah.
4, you're like, this is probably not good for me. Everything that they're putting in this stuff, the what's it called that they put on like vegetables to make them last longer? Pesticide? Is that pesticide? No, that wouldn't be pesticide. I forget what that's called.
What? Shellac?
Shellac.
No, they put the monoseglumo fucking glytate fucking whatever the fuck it is.
It's like, okay, I'm eating a vegetable or a fruit, but it's covered in all this shit. You know, what's that doing to me? Oh, I'm being healthy. No, you're really not. Like, you're still trashing your body. So, I don't know. I could nerd out on that all day just looking at that stuff. But away from all of that, though, I do miss Harley. I don't miss the business side. I miss Harley Davidson motorcycles. That's what I miss.
I mean, you had such a good run of years of great people working at Dallas Harley, and it's such a cool place, and you had a good environment there. You know, obviously, sometimes it was better than others, but it's crazy. When I heard that you were gone, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I know, and I kind of kept it under. You know, the funniest thing is I told one person I was leaving, and it had been planned out for a while. Like I knew I was leaving. This other thing's just so big, and the future was so bright with it, and it still is. But it was like, okay, I'm going to do this. And it's like I stalled for a week or two. I'm like, okay. You're doing it. You're going to do it. Like you're leaving. And I turned in my resignation to one person up at, our dealer corporate level through our dealer group. And he's like, man, I hate to see you go, all that. Like, I'm really excited for your future, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't say shit. Like, I stayed on the lowdown about it. My staff didn't know. I was going to tell them about a week before because I was working on the transition so everything would be smooth for them. And it was like Monday or Tuesday. I'm with my wife at the house, and I got a text from Artie. And I was like, how the fuck does he know? Like, more than anything, I'm like, what? Yeah, I think he was at a meeting in like Arizona. And before I could even respond, he called me. And I was like, okay, we had the conversation. Yeah, I'm doing this. And he's like, well, I'm happy for you. Like, I'm real happy. He's like, I'm sad to see you go. He goes, away from Dallas Harley, you're an asset to the brand, and we're definitely going to miss you. And I was like, well, I appreciate that. And he's like, make sure you stay in touch with me. I'm like, cool. But it was like, I put my phone down. I'm like, the CEO of Harley just called. I'm like, that's pretty wild. I'm like, that probably doesn't happen that often, And then the next day, Mike Kennedy, the CEO from Indian, reached out. And I was like, holy shit. I'm like, okay, cool. That made me feel like I really did something while I was there to get those phone calls. So that meant a lot.
And I was like, whatever you do, don't go over for Indian.
Yeah, don't go to Indian. But, I will say this. Kennedy at Indian's a great guy. I've known him for a long time. I worked with him for a while. He's a really good dude. But, Artie, that, like, leaving the brand, leaving Harley, after spending time with Artie, getting to know Artie and his family, I'm like, okay, it's in good hands. Like, that made me more. But it made me sad, too, to leave now that relationship was there and I knew what he was going to do with the company. Like, it's not going to happen overnight. It's probably not going to happen in 2 years. He's got to ride, and he's got to fight to get out from under what the old regime did and really create something great and make Harley what it was.
Yeah.
Because it had definitely started to drift a little bit.
I mean, very clearly, Harley Davidson needs to employ people that love fucking Harley Davidson, not business-minded people that love money. You need to employ people
nowadays.
Who love Harley Davidson.
Dude, there's so many
because
people.
Because the fucking good word spreads it fucking self. You know what I mean? And that's just the simple facts.
Yeah.
Like, people love genuine brands. Harley Davidson has the most loyal fucking customer base of any brand that has ever fucking existed.
Yeah.
Somebody has a Harley Davidson motorcycle, they also have a Harley Davidson hat, Harley Davidson shirt, Harley Davidson sunglasses, Harley Davidson jacket, Harley Davidson boots, Harley Davidson fucking wallet, Harley Davidson fucking keychain, Harley Davidson fucking knickknacks on their fucking shelf, Harley Davidson stickers on their cars that aren't Harley Davidson. What other fucking brand
markets itself?
What other fucking brand do people
go get tattooed on them?
Identify at that fucking level.
Yeah.
And it's just,
Well, I think the old stat was if somebody purchased a Harley like in their late 20s, early 30s, in the lifespan of them with Harley Davidson, they would spend around $350,000. That's per customer that walks in the door on
I
an
think
average.
you could probably equate it more efficiently to a percentage of their income.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could go back.
know,
Dude, there's people that will freaking let their house get repoed before their Harley. Like, they are that loyal to that brand.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Stay at home without a motorcycle? Loser.
Yeah, that's exactly their thought on it,
yeah,
you know?
I'm going to be on my bike in the wind. Fuck that house.
We had that conversation, you know? Milburn and I had that conversation with Artie. We sat down and talked for a while. It was a great conversation. And I think a lot of guys, too, I base a lot of what I think of a man by his spouse. That's just me. Like, if his spouse is a hard worker, and
then I'm the fucking king of the goddamn world.
You are. Like, if they're loyal and they want you to succeed as much as you want to, and want you to push and want you to be great. And I honestly, the first time I met Artie, spent more time talking to his wife, and I was like, this is dialed. Like, this is what you want to see. This is a woman that knows her dude's going to go work his ass off for this brand, is going to put everything on the line to make it happen. And then a few weeks later, we ended up at King of the Baggers together, and that's actually a funny story. I didn't talk anything about meeting Artie, hanging out with Artie. We just kept it on the down low. Blaine knew, a couple people knew, and we show up to the King of the Baggers race, and it was like his first like outing with the motor company, like to be there. They had a big suite rented out. Harley Davidson Financial rented it out. It's packed with people. And I walk in the door. We had done the parade lap on those RRs. I took that CVO RR down there to do the parade lap. And I come up, and everybody was real quiet. They were being fucking weird. And I'm like, well, this is a party. We're at a race. Like, why is everybody being quiet? And they're like, oh, Artie's in here. I was like, okay, cool. And he's like across the room talking to the race team. And I walk over in our little group of a bunch of Texas guys and Harley Financial guys and dudes that work for the motor company. And I like look across, and Artie sees me, and we're like, what's up? You know? And he comes walking over, and he gives me a hug. He's like, man, I'm so happy you're here. I'm like, dude, I'm happy you're here. This is awesome, you know, that you're here to get to witness it, because it was championship day. If Kyle Wyman, I think, got in the top 3, he won the title. So it was a really big deal. And he's like, Elizabeth's out there with the kids, and Arthur's out there. Go see everybody, you know, go say hi to everyone. I was like, cool. So we're just sitting there talking, and I turn after he hugged me, and one of the guys from Harley Financial's like mouth is open staring at me. And he goes, what the fuck was that? I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, what just happened? I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, the CEO of Harley just came over and gave you a hug. I'm like, yeah, Artie's cool. And he was like, what? And he just turns around and walks off, you know, because we had told nobody had hung out. But, you know, during that race day, I sat there with him and his family the whole time and watched racing, and he was asking all the right questions, and his wife was asking all the right questions. And it was so cool to see how into it they were. They're like, we need to know the details of this. Okay, those are Harleys right there. Yeah, that's a privateer team. They're running a lot of y'all's parts. It looks a lot like your bike, but that's a Saddleman privateer team. I was like, you, of course, are the factory team. You know who your guys are. They're there. A lot of Harleys out here, a lot of Indians. And we were just talking racing, because he hadn't had a lot of experience with racing. And he's asking me, like, what is that on the track? I'm like, those are braking points. That's this. They do that for this reason. But he asked questions, and he listens. He listens for the details and wants to know. And then Kyle won the title. We go downstairs, and they're like, you got to go up on the podium and get pictures. And he's like, no. It was like 2 weeks away from him taking over as CEO. He's like, no. I'm just taking it in. I just want to sit here and watch. I want to see what's going on. And he stood there as the future of that company and that brand. He is that brand right now, and just took it in. He wasn't trying to impose himself. He wasn't trying to be that guy. Hey, look at me. I'm about to be the CEO of this company. He took it in. He sat back, watched, and hung out, and just, it was the coolest thing to witness. Yeah. And I didn't realize it actually till I was riding home that day, riding back from Austin. And I'm like mid-ride, you know, and your brain's just spinning while you're riding. You're thinking about everything going on in life. And I was like, that was pretty damn cool to witness, just to see him just experience it for the first time.
Yeah.
It was so rad.
I mean, I fucking have high hopes. I hope that, I mean, I know Harley's having a hard time right now, but a lot of businesses are having a hard time right now. It's not like Harley Davidson the only major manufacturer that's had a low year.
Yeah,
you know,
for
it's
sure.
like everybody has. So I mean, I think that there's all these people that say Harley's going to be dead in 10 years, and the young generation don't care about Harley, and blah 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 blah. I'm like, even if the young generation don't care about Harley, there's more than 10 years left of people that do.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
I think that, you know, the thing I'm worried about now is there's this big push for them to make a cheap motorcycle.
Yeah.
And like, we need to compete with fucking, you know, you can go buy a brand new little shitty fucking Suzuki for $4,000. We need to make a shitty Harley you can buy for $4,000. Like, fuck that.
No.
Fuck that. You don't need. That'd be like Rolex saying, "Oh, we need to make a plastic fucking shitty watch for $12 that people can buy that has Rolex on it."
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You do not need a shitty, cheap product with your name on it.
Yep.
You need the best fucking, coolest fucking products in the world with your name on it.
Exactly.
That's why when I walked into a Harley dealership and they had that fucking lame-ass electric bicycle that said Harley Davidson on the side, I said, you need to throw this in a fucking creek. Whoever's in charge of letting this electric bicycle even have the words Harley Davidson on it should be fucking kicked in the dick.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking lame. The kind of people that want a Harley Davidson do not want an electric bicycle.
Yeah.
And the kind of people that want an electric bicycle are not Harley Davidson people.
No.
So the fact that you're going to put those two together, someone is an idiot.
Yeah.
Someone made bad choices. Someone said, dollars. There's electric bicycles. We should put our name on electric bicycles. I'm like, no, you shouldn't. They're fucking stupid.
The electric market isn't doing good on the Harley side. I do
Well,
know that.
they fucking should dump it.
Yeah.
My statement is very clear. Electric bicycles are for a very specific demographic. And those people are people that are too fucking lazy to pedal and not fucking cool enough to own a Harley Davidson. So that's it. If you're too lazy to fucking pedal and you're not cool enough for a Harley Davidson, then an electric bicycle might be for you.
I think they need a good entry-level bike, though, still. I think...
But not a cheap bike.
No.
Not a shitty bike.
You know, and...
Don't just try to dumb it down and make it cheap.
A lot of people may harsh it, but I think, you know, on a dealer level, the Iron 883 was the best bike that Harley had to get someone into the market to scale to something bigger. You know,
Yeah.
your average 883 guy would buy that thing or girl and would keep that bike maybe a year, maybe 2 years,
and then they burn it.
Then they get up on a street bob or a lowrider, and then that same customer eventually is like, "Oh, I want to take some long trips and ride something comfy," and they get a fairing bike, and it's just you get somebody into that lifestyle. And I think when they removed it, it made it a little more difficult because the next step up was, you know, they did the soft tail standard for a bit, then they had the street bobs. You're still hopping on a big twin, and for somebody that hasn't ridden their whole life, that doesn't have that comfort factor of it, I think that was a little hard. The only thing about the Iron 883 is really top heavy too, for being as small as it was. So there was definitely some cons to it. But I think a good solid entry level V-twin, real fucking V-twin motorcycle.
If they just made like a smaller, basically lowrider.
Yeah.
Would be the thing.
I mean, yeah, something of that would be cool. I mean, but me, like, I was never a fairing guy. I liked riding lowriders. I was a Dyna guy forever. I liked riding the Dyna. I could handle it. I could ride it hard. But, you know, you go back to that, too, people in their first bike, like when they go in to buy, it should feel like buying your first Rolex. It should feel like buying that big status thing that you wanted your whole life, because it did that to me. You know, my dad co-signed on my first Harley for me, and that's the day, like, you know, I think he considered me a man. Like when I got on a Harley that I owned that was, you know, my real deal, and it was like, holy shit, everybody should get that. But like, I remember when I bought that bike, I bought a Dyna, like it literally felt like me getting that first dirt bike when I was a little kid. Like it was like, I got that feeling again, and I hadn't felt that since, because, you know, through my racing career, we'd go through bikes every couple months and you get new ones and you didn't think anything about it. But that was like, holy shit, I'm here. Like, this is it. And that feeling can't be described to somebody until they do it.
Yeah.
Until you get that and get that feeling, it can't be explained.
Well, I'm a small guy, so I fucking had Triumphs, and I rode Triumphs for years, and old Triumphs, and I got a new Triumph, and it's just like, even a brand new Bonneville in 2002 or 3 or whatever, 4 maybe, whatever it was, You know, it felt like it's a real motorcycle.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
yeah,
I'm like
yeah.
riding a motorcycle, and it was great, and I loved it. But man, when I got a fucking Harley Davidson,
Yeah.
day one, I was like, oh, this is a real machine.
You got it.
This is a real fucking motorcycle. This
Yeah.
is not like the Triumph was just like from having a dirt bike as a kid, from having a little Yamaha 125 street bike to having a fucking this. It was like a slow progress, and I had a Triumph. I thought it was it's still a fucking toy
Yeah.
compared to a Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
It's a real fucking motorcycle.
And it isn't like Harley's the
and
fastest,
no.
biggest, the bad. It isn't that. If you want something fast and stupid, go buy a sport bike. If you want a fucking Harley, go buy a Harley.
Dude,
that's the best way to put it.
I
mean,
was Triumph guy.
yeah.
And I said, fuck these things.
Yeah.
Fucking sell them. I don't care. I don't even care how much. Just
Right.
take it.
Right.
Just get rid of them. And like, just fuck.
And I mean, now Harley, like, if you want some speed, Harley builds some bikes that are pretty quick. I mean, nobody needs to go 180 down that 635 toll.
You don't
road.
need it.
You don't need it. But I'll tell
The
you,
problem
riding,
is- the
riding
problem
a
is-
Harley at 100 is like, yeah,
But
we're
here's the-
going, boys.
Here's the deal. When you have a fucking sport bike that's like 70% just plastic bullshit and tiny little thin fucking pot metal crap
Yeah.
that weighs nothing and super fast, all you have is speed.
That's it.
So that's all there is to do.
Yeah.
It's not fun. Like a sport, I rode sport bikes.
Yeah, yeah.
And they are not fun at a low speed.
No.
They're only fun over 120.
Yeah.
They're not comfortable,
They don't perform it under that either.
but they're not comfortable.
Yeah, not
at
comfortable
all.
at all.
You get on a Harley, it's cool. It's cool. It's comfortable. It's fun at any speed.
Yeah.
And dude, you can still do 120 miles an hour if
Oh,
you're
yeah.
fucking crazy. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah. I mean, it's something. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you that RR though, dude, that thing's sick. That 100 and
Yeah,
we sold it for 130, and thankfully one of my close friends bought the one that we had, and he's got so many toys. When he couldn't make it to Austin for King of the Baggers, they wanted us to do that parade lap. He's like, take it. I was like, okay, I'll put it in a trailer. He's like, no, you won't. You'll ride it. I'm like, okay. It had 7 miles on it on the showroom. I'm like, hey, dude.
I ride this motherfucker.
And I'm like, put me on your insurance. I made the joke that the insurance card looked like a gay couple because it was both of our names on it. Like we were cracking up about it. But dude, riding that thing, it wasn't the most comfortable. It by any means, it wasn't built to be comfortable. That bike's just built to be bad. But at the first gas stop, when you stop and there's people looking like, what the fuck is that? And I remember telling Blaine, I was like, this is what dudes get that buy supercars.
Yeah.
That want people to look at it and be like, what is that? And then we stopped at a gas station right by Coda in Austin. And, you come out of the gas station, there's 5 people just looking at it like, holy, this is one of them. This is one of those 131 in the world. And, even like they've got that thing tuned down so much for the street. Like going down the tollway, I put it at 120 and just let it roll for a few. And it's just like, this is fucking cool. This is pretty fucking cool. But I don't know. Comfort wise though, that was not the move, dude. I was sore as shit after that Austin and back in a day. I was like, man. So, but it was good times.
So at 7 miles on it, you put a quick 180 miles on it there.
Yeah, dude. I think I put all together. I took it to a few shows for him. I did that Fort Worth bike event. I forget what they called it. It was in the stockyards. We went there for that one. I rode it there to kind of show off and just watching people look at it, dude. They were so stoked, like to even see one of those in person. But I think I put 700 miles on it.
Damn.
While having it. And yeah, it literally had 7 test ride miles from the shop, and I was pushing 700 something. So that was pretty badass.
Fuck yeah. Well, I got hopes. I got high hopes that Harley's going to keep doing cool shit. I mean, it comes in waves.
Yeah,
it does. I know that you were talking earlier, a lot of dealerships are having hard times. Some dealerships are closing. And,
yeah.
When the harvest comes in, people feast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when it dries up,
yeah,
people fucking hunker down. So I think
it makes me sad to see some of them close. Some of the old schools that have been around since the 30s and 40s. Some of those longevity or those family dealerships that have lasted generations that the kids took over and the grandkids took over, and
Well, hopefully the new guy will stop doing things that make it hard on the dealerships.
Yeah. I think, and it was cool for Jeff to talk with him too, because, Jeff loves Harleys. Jeff fucking loves Harley Davidson. He's where you are with that. Like, Harley Davidson is fucking everything. And I mean, I think Artie, when he was first around us, witnessed the emotion we had about it. Like, it's an emotional connection, not a, oh, we're fucking cool and this and that. It's like, no, I wanted a Harley because I saw my dad ride his Harleys.
Yeah.
I saw pictures of my grandfather on his Harleys, and it's like, it's a family tradition. Like, you that's like you're breaking into manhood as you get a fucking Harley Davidson. And those people are still there. Those customers are still there. The people are still out there. There's a shitload of people doing it for the wrong reasons, but cool, they're still riding Harley.
Yeah.
There's a lot of influencers now that I think got on Harleys just to try to make sweet Instagram videos and get popular, but whatever, you're still riding a Harley.
Yeah. I mean, it's the fucking best.
Yeah, it is. And that's the only side I miss. Honestly, if I went down to it, that's the only side I truly miss. Like, yeah, right now in my life is stressful because we're building something great, but I wouldn't change anything for the world. But that part that I do miss is just the camaraderie of real Harley people.
Yeah.
Real people, getting to be around them every day. I do miss, getting to see that 50-year-old buy his first bike for the first time, and he's crying, and he's just like, I've waited my whole life for this. And that's,
I mean, I love that it's something to fucking achieve for. You know what I mean? And I understand the entry-level bike thing is probably something that marketing is really sold on trying to get. But I think having it be that monumental fucking life decision to get a Harley Davidson, I think that's fucking important.
It's so sick. It's
and young people, the younger people are not going to get it.
Yeah.
Because when you first get your first motorcycle as a kid, you just want to ride. You know what I mean? And so.
Yeah. My dad still says that was the worst Christmas of his life. I got the dirt bike. He gave it to me on Christmas Eve. He made the mistake. And then Christmas morning, it's cold as shit. We had a big horse pastures in the back. And he's like, dude, you rode in circles for 8 hours. Like, just watching you try to figure out a clutch. And, I figured the clutch out pretty quick, but I'm just like, meh, on this little two-stroke in the backyard, just ripping, that little Yamaha, just bing, 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 and he's just like, dear God, man. But then it's like what it led to.
Yeah.
It changed that Christmas, changed the trajectory of my entire life. Like, because motorcycles took up everything. And then the first time we went to a dirt bike track, and my dad was like, dude, I was scared if you would even make it up the faces of the jump because I was going so slow. And then within 6 to 8 months, we're sending it. And he's like, oh my God, and then the hospital trips and the concussions and all that shit. He's like, dude, he goes, and my mom same way. It's like, we never realized what it would bring, but dude, it's everything. And it still is. I think I still, on an emotional level, love it the same way that I did at 5 years old.
Oh yeah. So let's segue back to the fucking Peptide real fast.
Cool.
If somebody wants to learn more or figure out what peptides do or figure out what they might need that peptides could help, where do you recommend people go to look at this information?
I mean, they could reach out to me. We could talk about it. Instagram, Pouch and Pep _ Lance.
Hey.
Pouch, N with an N, Pep.
I like Pep.
_ Lance.
I'm a pretty peppy kind of guy.
I actually have a link to the website on there. There's a discount code on there people can use too. Get them 20% off anything they want to order.
Is there some bio informational shit on the website? Can you read about what the products
a little bit,
are and what
we got all
do?
the COA testing and all that, so people can see they're all tested and everything. But if anybody needs any information, I mean, I can shoot them some good links or good stuff, good research stuff, because there's just so much. There's so much, and
maybe give us a set of links about that with us tagging on the end of the on the show notes. That way people can just click some links and find out what we're talking about. Because a lot of things we get on a roll and talk about peptides, and it's kind of just like maybe somebody doesn't even know what we're fucking talking about.
Yeah, they're like, what the hell is that? But yeah, I mean, 100%. I can get you some links of different stuff that even I look at, because like I said, I'm no peptide genius by any means. I just know the key ones, things that I like, things that have worked for me. But I work with a lot of the best people that in the industry that are currently at high levels with it. If there's stuff I don't know, I ask them, and they're quick. Like last night, dude, I had Dr. Savelli, she was kind of giving me a run through. I was like, hey, give me a little update on this, just different stuff. Like, and they're so dialed because, I mean, there is people that have dedicated their entire life to this, and there's just like, they blow my mind all the time. Like, there's a new peptide out called Tiger 17, I think, that we found out about.
What's his name? Fucking.
Well, dude,
Tiger's blood.
Dude, it popped up, and I'm like, what the hell is this? So I started researching it, and I don't know the whole details, but it looks like a peptide that is wound healing. Like, if you have a cut or anything, you can put it right around it, and it'll insta heal it. And it's not. But I will tell you too, I got tattooed.
So wait, this might be if you get tattooed, you take a healing peptide, which helps your tattoos heal better.
I did a big leg blaster, like a 6-hour, 8-hour session on my leg, and I went ankle injection, knee injection, pinch the skin around it because it was knee to Achilles pretty much. It was like 4 days, and that thing was done. I was like, what? Like, no peel, no any crazy stuff like that, and that thing healed. It blew my mind. I was like, holy crap.
That's exciting.
Yeah, like it was the fastest I've ever had a tattoo heal. So yeah, I mean, from that I was like, okay, this is dialed in.
Tattoo healing kit.
Just that is it. We'll brand it a tattoo healing kit. Here you go. Here's some peptides.
Bing, bing, bing.
Yeah. So I mean, I realized that real quick that it works, dude. Just from personal usage and things that I've tried with it, like, oh, I wonder if this. I mean, I'm a lab rat for myself. I'm like, I'm gonna try this and see what happens, and I'm like, oh shit, it worked. Like, I mean, Dan did it. Danger Dan's on BPC TV, and it was like after a week, he called me and he's like, literally answered the phone. He's like, what the fuck is this witchcraft?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I told you, dude. Like, it's solid. So I mean, I think Dan's still on peptides right now. I mean, after he had his fall off of the side-by-side at Yellow Rose and jacked his back, he's like, I need some of this shit. Like, I got to get some of this. And he's a believer. But literally everyone, like, it's funny. I can see, like, website sales and stuff. And, like, we'll get one person trying some, and then all of a sudden they're like, this is it.
Yeah.
And you see them buying because it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do.
Exciting. Very exciting. The future is now.
It's crazy it's been around so long, though, and now it's just starting to come to fruition with people. I mean, insulin's been around since probably the 40s, 50s, something like that, and now what have they added to it? All this shit, the other things that they figured out works.
Well, I might be coming back on here and giving people updates on what I got going.
We're gonna do it.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna boost it up, get you rolling.
Well, I'm excited.
And then we're going to get you an ice bath and a sauna and all this stuff. You're going to be like the wellness guy. You're going to come on and just talk wellness tips to everyone.
Oh, man. Everybody could use a little wellness.
I mean, you got room. Like, the sauna, a 2-person infrared sauna takes up no space. You plug it into the wall and go with it.
Sold.
There you go. You just need to sleep more.
I've been sleeping sleeping a lot.
How many hours of sleep you get a night?
I don't know. I've been, like, the last little while I've been sleeping maybe even too much.
Sleep's huge though.
I was worn out.
Like, sleep is you could take everything in the world, but if you're sleep shit, I mean, sleep's bad. Like, not enough sleep's bad for your heart.
Oh yeah.
Running wide open all the time, like, you've got to 7 to 8 hours a day. Like, you've got to
I've been definitely getting 8 hours.
Good. That's a big deal. And that's for everyone listening. Sleep more. You need to sleep. And I know that's a hard thing to do sometimes, but you got to sleep.
Well, shit. Well, dude, thank you so much for coming on here. Give us some info. We're going to follow up. We're going to get more. And we'll tell everybody how to fucking...
Pouch and Peps.
Pouch and
_
Peps.
Lance. Go on there. If you got any questions, send me a message. I'll...
Dude, Pouch craze, dude. Pouches are going crazy.
You need to come see the facility.
I can't wait.
You'll freak out.
I'm ready.
We'll get you a scooter.
Hell yeah. All right, well, we'll talk soon, buddy. Thank you so much.
Thanks, man.
And don't forget, everybody, like, comment, share, and what else can you do?
Subscribe.
Subscribe, that's right.
You gotta subscribe.
Lance is here to subscribe. And if you want to comment, we might answer your comments on our comment shows. And if you have any questions for me at all, you can email them over to whatintheduckpodcast@gmail.com, and we'll be answering your questions. Anybody that subscribes or gets a question answered, we will be sending you some free shit from What in the Duck Podcast. So until next time, thanks, guys. See you later. Thanks, Lance.
Thank you.
Boom, boom. Hey, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Come on, guys. Click all those links Push all those buttons because it really helps us out and gets us out there to more and more peeps. What in the Duck podcast is produced by Audra Cabral and John.com Niederkorn. Our sound, video engineer, and editor is Courtney Jr. Larkins. Initial audio-video setup and intro music by Blake Balake Pinchon. And a big thanks to everyone that submitted questions. Y'all keep them coming. Email me any questions you would like me to answer to whatintheduckpodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time on What in the Duck. What in the Duck podcast is proud to be sponsored by Anchor Screen Printing. Anchor Screen Printing has been printing t-shirts and merch products since 1999. Anchor is the place for quality, small-run items. At Anchor, every print is hand-done by people who care about art. You can email anchorcustoms@gmail.com to talk about getting something printed for your company, brand, or shop. Anchor Screen Printing also has its own online merch store that sells Elm Street Tattoo, Cheap Thrills, Heart and Hand, Party First Safety Maybe merch, and much more. So go to anchorscreenprinting.com today and buy some cool shit. Or you can click the link provided in this podcast to shop now.